Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 16th, 2025, the 330th day of the Sex Offender Administration. 2 Atlanta teens are recovering after they were shot while trying to steal packages from a homeowner's porch. A 15-year-old male was found with a gunshot wound to his right foot, and a 16-year-old male was found in critical condition with a gunshot wound to his right arm. Both teens were transported to Grady Hospital and are in stable condition. The homeowner could face charges for shooting the teens because it's bow season. 4 people were arrested and charged in an alleged New Year's Eve pipe bombing plot that targeted at least 5 locations across Southern California. The defendants are accused of being members of an offshoot of the Turtle Island Liberation Front, or TILF, a group federal officials said is motivated by extremist pro-Palestinian anti-law enforcement and anti-government ideology. Once I see the mugshots, I will tell you if they are TILFs. Terrorists I'd like to fuck. A French court on Monday sentenced ex-rebel leader Roger Lumbala to 30 years in jail after finding him guilty of complicity in crimes against humanity in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 2002-2003. Lumbala is the reason that shithole countries can't have nice things. Creepy, zany, and demonstrably fake content is often called slop. The word's proliferation online, in part thanks to the widespread availability of generative artificial intelligence, landed at Merriam-Webster's 2025 Word of the Year. It should have been affordability if it weren't such a huge hoax. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 16th, 2025, the 330th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern on Mind Dog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Damn good coffee and hot.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
I'm getting a bump.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
Damn good coffee. That's so hot. What is 7:30? Oh, geez. That's all I got to say. That's the end of the show. Thank you. Just that big Good morning, folks. Good Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday, December 16th, and 9 days of Christmas or something. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. We have no guests for you today, but this is the last day we will have no guests until like ever. I may have screwed up a little bit. A guy asked if there were any podcasts. Yeah, well, not a podcast, but any podcasts who talk to musicians. I said, yeah, we talk to musicians. I like musicians. I had some of my best friends and worst enemies are musicians. So, well, can I book some musicians on your show? Sure, here's a link. And apparently, for the next 97 million days, we have rappers. That's right. We are now rapping with the dog for not starting this week, starting next week. This week we still have political people. We have, I believe, Elizabeth Croydon took a slot on Friday. I just found out about that this morning. But we have some non-rapper guests for the rest of the week. This week, no guests today. No guests. Listen, I don't care. Jimmy crack corn. Why he cracked corn, I don't know. Just all burnt out by America. America, make America burnt out again. I am already there. Just sick of the whole. I'm sick of Trump. Yes, I have Trump derangements in them. I'm deranged because of Trump. All right. Does that make you happy? So I was just watching Allison Gill on the Midas Touch Network, and she was talking about her lawsuit of FOIA. Yeah, FOIA, that's a weird word. Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, where she's trying to get access to the training videos that the FBI had on their server. It wasn't not in a secure server, by the way. Videos that show them how to find Trump's name and redact them from the Epstein files. Now, she's she's filed this FOIA thing, and it was rejected because there's no public interest in the Epstein files. Sit with that for a second. There's no public so all this Epstein. Even before Trump got elected, from the people, Bill Clinton did Epstein files. Even the people within Trump's DOJ who were podcasters at the time, who were screaming Epstein files forever. All that was that's not public interest. Doesn't count as public interest. Meanwhile, Epstein's family, Epstein's estate, keeps releasing, I think, 9,500 photos, and they're not for whatever reason the House isn't releasing them to the public because they show adult males doing things to young females, underage females, and we don't want that. Of course you don't want the girl, redact their face, black out their face, hide the girls' identities, but we want to know the dudes. Don't we want to know the dudes? Well, it's not public information. No public interest in that. I don't know. It just feels like, what are we even doing here? Why don't we just fucking pour gas on the whole fucking planet? Do we have enough gas? I think we're out of gas. And just light a match. What are we even doing here? Yeah, so we have no show for you today. It'll be just GD saying the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, but little voice. I got to give this guy to tell you. Our voice matters. No, it doesn't. Nothing matters. Just blow the whole fucking thing up. Where's the asteroid when I need it? Merry Christmas, by the way. So that's all I got for you. That's the show for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out. I'm going to play a stupid thing. And then, you know what? I'm going to play a stupid thing just because it's a stupid thing. Not because we really want you to go get a sex doll or anything like that. Mongol.
Even to sit down, really wants to get down. TV likes to get it on with a girl that's made of silicone. He goes to Santa Natalie. Click the link, he goes to Natalie. Soft and pink. She comes without a head. But at least she'll never shit the bed. You need a fake rubber squeeze. Be like Stephen Ortiz. Lube it up, it's so soft. Get you 10% off. He goes to Natalie.
Oh.
He goes to Natalie. He goes to Natalie. He goes
Oh
to
no, that one's
Natalie.
no good. That's just no good. But I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I care about. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with me now is a man who apparently wants to fuck terrorists, or has a friend who wants to fuck terrorists, or something. GD Fenderson. Good morning, GD.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com.
See what I told you? You see what I told you? You didn't believe me, see?
Today's tip for the day is ICE agents do not hibernate. They will be out looking for scraps. Please leave out some dog or cat food for them, or throw them a Subway sandwich. Go to MindDogTV.com/merch and make more investments, for the kids. Support your local mercenaries and enjoy the suffering.
My wife left me crunchies for the cats. Crunchies. Dry food for the cats. Like I'm gonna feed them. They're bullies. I don't know if you know that. The cats and the chickens. They're like, I can't walk out the door without getting bullied. So there's that. Do you have any public interest in the Epstein files? No, there's no public interest, right? You're right. There's nothing. Nobody cares.
Do I have any public interest?
Does that?
Do I have any private interest? Or
Do you have any interest at all? I mean,
sure.
Really?
Some of it's public, some of it's private.
All right. So basically, don't release them is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying release them. I have interest.
Oh, all right. All right, that's the show for you. I'm just gonna keep saying that's the show for you.
Some of my interests are private.
Are you ready to just talk to rappers for the rest of our lives? Like every morning, talking to rappers. The real
question is, are the rappers ready to talk to us?
I'm sure they are. They're gonna rap at us like bing 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 bang. You know how they do that bing bing bang.
Some of them might try that. They ain't getting away with that shit on my watch.
No, I didn't know you wore a watch.
Well, it's a self-winding watch.
All right. I'm just
you have to move for it to work.
We probably should have taken it off today. Probably should have done a best. I have paintings to do.
I have a driveway to shovel, and my plow wasn't working. So I couldn't get my electric plow to work yesterday.
Sounds like an excuse.
Really? You think it's a fucking excuse? Now I got to go out and do the whole thing by hand.
So you should have stopped by when the neighbor across the street was selling that snowblower for $80.
If he was, I probably would have rented it for $20.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. He does the neighbors. He does every neighbor. He doesn't do me. And when I say he doesn't do me,
what makes you think he doesn't like you? What if he just doesn't like your wife?
Maybe he thinks I need the exercise. That's what he thinks. Because I was out there, what was it, Sunday morning, shoveling away. Oh, you're gonna have a heart attack. Well, nah. Nobody ever dies shoveling snow, do they?
Sure.
Yeah, they do, actually.
We just don't find him till the spring.
I would be fine not dying that way. That's not a bad way to go, shoveling snow, right?
Well, if you're dying because you're having a heart attack, that the last few seconds, having a heart attack is not pleasant.
My wife's name is Elizabeth.
Once you get past the pain of a heart attack, freezing to death, I'm told, can be quite nice because your brain starts taking you to places that you wish you could go on your own.
Yeah. I heard euphoria. When you freeze to death, you get a state of euphoria as you're on your way.
I've heard. I have not tried that particular
method.
No,
I've known a bunch of dead people who froze to death, and they all say, well, at least through psychics. I contact them to psychic June Edwards. Remember her?
The name sounds familiar. Now, I have not met anyone. I've not talked to anyone who's died, who's frozen to death. I have talked to people who've had parts of their bodies die from freezing to death, like toes and fingers, and they were not elated by it.
You know, Todd Grande. Go ahead. Tell me who he was.
Yeah, he played for the Todd. He was in that band, Todd Rundgren band, right?
Yeah, Todd Grande.
Sorry. He works. That's the old guy that works at the Starbucks.
All right, that's close enough. He is I think he's wheelchair bound or something. He's a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. He's got this YouTube channel. He basically offers. I'm not diagnosing. Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody because that would be
unethical.
Right. That's what it would be. I'm not doing that. But here's my diagnosis. And he's already on this Rob Reiner thing, and he's blaming Rob Reiner for his kid's addiction and not taking the counselors serious enough. He'd been in rehab a bunch of times, and they were just too gullible, believing the kid. The kid was manipulative. Like, the body's not even fucking cold yet, and you're trying to fucking monetize this thing. Number one, that's fucking pretty disgusting, right? But
I know. Let people like myself who don't have a following give us a crack at it first.
That's right. But he has no. Well, he's basing it on like an interview they did. Apparently they did a film based on a father who had a kid who was addicted and whatever. And you're not in this house. You don't know what the fuck went on. You're just basing it on media reports and gibby jabby gossip about bullshit. And all of a sudden, it's Rob Reiner's fault that he didn't pay attention. He didn't pay attention to the counselors and believed this kid, and so that's what. So it's his fault that he got murdered. Jesus, I thought Trump was disgusting, and with this now, what Trump said, really, if you analyze what Trump said, he said that Rob Reiner was killed because of his Trump derangement syndrome, meaning that one of the angry, because he didn't know the kid had done it at that point, meaning that an angry Trump fan did it, and that's okay with Trump. That's basically what he said. If you're out there and you want to kill somebody who's got Trump derangement syndrome, go ahead and do it. It's what.
First of all, you need to wait to get a legitimate diagnosis. Otherwise, you can't get away with that. I mean, you go. Let's just say, for example, there's a police officer out there and you kill him and you say he had Trump derangement syndrome. Well, what if he never got that diagnosis? Now you're in for what? Capital murder. See, because you didn't get the diagnosis. You need to wait for a diagnosis. You can't just go around killing people.
You know, I just figured out how I'm going to die. Want to know how I'm going to
die? In a cat accident?
No. John Beavers. It's going to kill me because the painting still has not. How far is it from Kalamazoo, Michigan?
Now, I'm just saying, I don't know how much you paid to have it delivered, but I'm pretty sure that I could have driven it.
I could have tied it to a turtle and just pointed the turtle in the right direction, and it would be there.
The only problem is that, you know how people are with turtles. You see a turtle in the road, they pick it up and move it to the other side of the road, and the turtle's going, no, I wasn't going this way. Now I got to spend another hour getting back to the other side.
Yeah. So Slaptail, who has not sent a hitman for me yet, or to UPS, he says about 4 miles. They could fucking walk it there. From Kalamazoo to his house, but he said, "Now this sounds awfully specific." I think he's referring to the snow shoveling thing and whether I would die doing that. He says depends. Now, obviously, he's looking at my underwear. Depends. Are you 80-plus-year-old woman, sort of, who is doing it because her husband? No, I don't have a husband. Had just had open heart surgery. She was being nice, but fell backward, cracked their head, and died. It sounds awfully specific, like he might know somebody that this pertains to. But yes, I am an 80-year-old woman. I don't have a husband. He left me for what did he leave me for?
Barry Katz.
Oh, I wasn't expecting Barry Katz, but that's fine.
It's always the one you least expect.
Yeah.
You were probably thinking he left you for Dan Pasternak, but it wasn't.
You know, I had been trying. Listen, I'm sick of people with this. I got a connection to Rob Reiner. I had been trying to get him on, and I knew that was like impossible years ago. But I was, pipe dreaming that maybe I could get Rob Reiner on. This was before the Spinal Tap 2. This second, the end continues, whatever. I don't know. I knew somebody who had like a distant connection to him, and I thought maybe it would be possible to get him on. This was before he was active again. And then last week when Elizabeth was on, I was thinking maybe it's possible she knows him. We're doing the Stand By Me thing. So now I guess it'll never happen. Is that fair to say? Unless
I'm willing to bet that it's extremely unlikely that.
Can we get? Well, I could probably get you and Edward back on the program, and maybe she could. I don't know. If there's like a number you could call to talk to dead people. Wait, what's going on?
I think there was a number you could call.
Dionne Warwick.
For Dionne Warwick, yeah.
See, I'm giving away my password here.
Yeah, because as each number you type in shows up right up in the. Oh, that's the other. I can see it though.
You don't get it that the lips move. If you can read my lips, you know what I'm typing because I can't type without.
Yeah, but your head is down.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna keep.
And when your head is down, your mustache covers half your lip.
I don't know why I'm typing it right. Aren't I typing it right?
I don't know. Don't know what your password is. Tell me what your password is. I can tell you if you're typing it right.
It's everybody knows my password. Come on. It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Common knowledge. Yes.
Yeah.
No, common knowledge. That's my password.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they keep making me do this. It's over and over again. Put your password in. Shouldn't it just save the fucking thing? Verifying password.
Now, you'd mentioned that the Reverend show. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Ann, California.
Did I mention something about the Reverend? I didn't.
Earlier, you mentioned something about the Reverend. I can't remember what it was because I wasn't really listening.
One of the fuck terrorists?
But yesterday, you had mentioned that the show on Sunday did not go out on the Facebook, I think.
On Rev's Facebook.
Right, on the Rev's Facebook. And so when I created the bucket for this week's show, it didn't ask me to, it just said like everything was fine.
Everything is fine. Everything is beautiful. That's what it said. Hold on, let me see.
In its own way, sure.
What's going on here? Jesus crap, I schnitzed it. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all weird. Stop.
So do you have a favorite Christmas movie or Christmas show that you like,
I can get me a copyright. No, because it's really terrible. Do you even know what
Nutcracker Suite? Nutcracker Suite is done by the Gallaudet College for the Deaf.
It's I believe now I don't even know how to verify this, but I believe that's the opening music to Mr. Magoo's Scrooge, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge, which was a holiday staple when I was a kid. Mr. Magoo. That's how I learned about A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens, through Mr. Magoo.
I'd forgotten all about that one.
Yeah, see? That's because you're blind. Magoo, you've done it again. Whatever.
Yeah. That was the guy who did Thurston Howell the Third.
Yeah, Jim Backus.
Jim Backus, yeah.
I used to get that mixed up with the Namana thing. I don't know why. Yeah, that's right. Phenomena.
Yeah.
All right, that's a show. I'm sick of this show. We need a guest. I'm just sick of it. Aren't you just sick of it already?
Well, look at it this way. This is our last chance to spend quality time together, just the two of us, before we get inundated with a bunch of
with rappers.
Yeah.
No, I'm relying on
Of
you.
course, they're rapping in time for Christmas.
I'm
so
relying on you to give
Christmas
me
rappers.
some black cred here, because we know white people don't know shit about rap. We know that.
I
right?
need black cred. Are you kidding?
Well, hopefully I could hide behind you and say, well, he knows rap. Look, he's black. He's
No,
white.
don't do that, because
He's
I
got
don't know
to
rap.
know rap. He's got to know rap.
No.
He's black.
No, and people make that the people make that mistake all the fucking time.
We'll talk about making a mistake. It wasn't a mistake to just tell a guy, okay, sure, book whoever you. I didn't know he was going to book up for the next 3 years of just rappers all day long.
Well, look at the bright side. First of all, if only half of them are black, I'm not saying, I don't know. What
I bet a lot of them are white. But
I'm just saying, whatever the percentage is, let's say half of them are black. Chances are they won't show up. CPT.
See, I want the black ones to show up. It's the white ones I don't want to show, because we know we can pretty much. I mean, if you look at the percentages of white rappers, there's probably about 1 billion white rappers and one good one. So the percentage is pretty small. It's point 0.0000. It's pretty small percentage.
Well,
right?
if it's a white rapper, then we can probably mock them for a little bit.
Mock them. All right, mock them, Menegan.
Now, are we going to be able to have samples of their music so that we can give like
yeah, sure. Well, and then we'll get it.
How can we get a copyright strike when it's their music?
Well, no, they'll get the monetization of it. We won't get a copyright strike, but we play. It's on district whatever, TuneCore or whatever they use, and then TuneCore will say, "Yeah, we're collecting that monetization." Not like I'm making any fucking money on this anyway.
We're promoting them.
Yeah,
that's stupid. That should be the exception. You're promoting them.
There should be an exception, and YouTube. Yeah. I've been saying that for years to YouTube, and you know what YouTube says to me? This is a non-functioning mailbox here at Google. Don't bother us. Here's what the channel made in the last month. $106.99. That doesn't even pay for the StreamYard account and the editing software and stuff like that. It doesn't even pay my Adobe bill. My Adobe bill is $100 a month. So that's basically, so they'll take what if you look at each episode makes like $1.09 or something ridiculously small. So that's what they'll get. I really shouldn't sweat that, right?
Well, it's not like you're making $700,000 a year and they're asking you to pay a licensing fee.
Yeah, all these fucking big channels that are making those, God bless them. That's all I gotta say. God bless them. These YouTubers.
Well, here's the funny thing. There's probably about a dozen people or so who have things that you can pay for, and they tell you services that they can pay for. They tell you how you can monetize and get to the big bucks. But I don't know if anyone who's actually used any of those services who actually made it that big.
Well, you can get monetized just by getting.
Well, I'm just saying, but they make they make it sound like you get not just monetized, but can make tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, no, that's just well, YouTube changed, and this is good for my channel especially. Is YouTube changed about a month ago, where they used to say that you needed to niche down. People needed to know what to expect every time, and you had to deliver the same. So that's why these political channels, all they do is politics, and they get big. And there's a bunch of them I could name them, and Candace Owens and Kyle Kalinske and Luke Beasley and all these people. And then there's music channels that get really big, Rick Beato and Sorehands and these people. But they wanted you to stick to that. And their reasoning was, well, if you're going to go to a restaurant, you want to know what kind of food they serve when you go in there. Yeah, most people do. Some people don't care. But about a month ago, they said, you know what? There are some people who just like variety. Variety is the spice of life. And so we're gonna start recommending more channels that just have a wide variety of content. We fall into that bucket of people just all over the fucking map. So
Yeah, because I mean, my YouTube channel, GD Fenderson CFH, I think I have like 9 different types of playlists on there.
Yeah, but you don't do any SEO or any optimization work on any of your videos.
No.
That's they insist on that you have to at least make an effort, or we're not going to show you to anybody. We're not gonna recommend you to anybody. You'll never come up in the recommendation.
So I have to optimize. I have to.
There's a tool. I don't know why I should have shared this information with you a couple of years ago. There's a tool I use called vidIQ, which it's only $10 or $9 a month or something like this, and it plugs right into your YouTube channel. And when you are putting a video up, it recommends an optimized title. So look at your
Right.
video.
I used to have vidIQ.
Yeah. And now, but it's gotten much better. It will actually give you a optimized.
I stopped because it didn't do anything for me.
Hashtags and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely working for this channel, without a doubt.
I stopped because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it for me because it didn't do. I didn't get anything more out of it than I did before, and I wasn't going to spend $10 or whatever it was I was paying to get nothing.
Well, try.
That's what children are for.
Try signing up for the free month again. I bet you see it definitely will help. You'll notice a growth in the channel, subscribers and views and all that kind of stuff. And for people who have YouTube channels out there and you're interested, there's a link in my description. You can go get a free month right now and try it out, and you'll see for yourself that it actually does work. So, but the optimization stuff, they definitely want to see you make an effort for that. If you don't make any effort for it, YouTube says, well, meet us halfway, man. Come on. You want us to show you. There's a lot. I don't know if you noticed, but there's 8 billion channels out there. We can't do it to everybody. Play along. That's what they're like. So.
Good morning, Mickey. I missed that he was in.
Mickey
Delaney. I missed that he was in.
Where's he been? Where's Sunshine been? Did we lose the Sunshine until spring? Is that the problem?
That's a good question.
I know she said she was going away for Thanksgiving, and then that was a while ago.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a week or something. I thought maybe she was having surgery or she was going into labor.
Oh, she's coming back.
She had surgery. Maybe she didn't come back.
Yeah, or there's a bucket full of people that used to be like regulars in the chat room who just abandoned us. I could go down a list of names, but I won't do that. I miss those people. Did I say something? Was it something I said?
Well, specifically, there was something you said to Loudmouth, former Loudmouth teacher. I remember Randy. I remember you specifically told him to go away and never come back again.
No way.
Do not darken my doorstep. I'm glad you got ass raped in your soda shop.
No way. I would never say that to him.
No, you didn't.
But you said the foul-mouthed teacher who is Big Beautiful Bill Rhodes.
Right.
That's not Randy. I don't know who Randy is.
Oh, I know Randy. There was
Randy Rhodes.
There was a Randy Rhodes who was a
guitar player.
She was a radio personality, a progressive radio personality, Randy Rhodes. And now I know where the name came from. I was trying to think, where do I know that name, Randy Rhodes?
Well, Randy Rhodes was the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne, who died.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have known that. But I do know Randy Rhodes, the progressive talk radio show radio host.
All right, this isn't just riveting radio. It really is.
It is riveting, especially since I asked you your favorite Christmas thing, and you was like Mr. Magoo, something from like 1963 or 64, maybe 68.
What else is? I mean, Charlie Brown's Christmas. That's still that old. I had one of the paintings I have to work on for Friday afternoon is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It's a pretty simple painting, but
is that something that you have to get out by Christmas? Because it doesn't look like you're having a lot of luck with getting things out.
I'm not shipping it. I'm going to do a paint party in
okay.
Astoria for 7 people. Here's I haven't been. tipped in like 4 parties here, and I'm sorry, it's starting to get a complex here. And I know, when you do things for organizations, they don't tip generally, but private house parties, they generally do, or they supposed to tip. Uh, I don't know, supposed to. Maybe that's just me putting an obligation on them that isn't really there. But that one I did, a woman texted me 2 days later. She was sending me some photographs, and she said, "We forgot to tip you." And I didn't know how to respond to that in a text message. My wife said, "You could tell her to send me a Venmo or PayPal." I was like, "That's kind of tacky, right? Isn't that kind of tacky?" Do you feel
Well,
like?
if they, how should I put it? If they sent you that notice, that sounds like they want to tip you and they just forgot. So you could say it's not too late, Venmo me. Sure. If she
It's
hadn't, it'd be different if she hadn't sent you a message and you went, "Hey, you forgot to tip me. Here's my Venmo information."
oh
That'd be
yeah,
a little different. But since
yeah.
they reached out to you, I would say, well, thank you. If
Well,
you,
the reach out was actually for me. I said, "Do you have that photo?" Because they insisted I'm supposed to take a photograph of everybody holding their painting at the end. They wanted me in the picture, which meant I couldn't take the picture. So I said, "Would you send it to me?" Then she forgot to send it to me. So I reached out and said, "Can you send me that picture? I need to send it to Paint the Town so they have it." And she sent that to me. And after she sent me the picture, she said, "Oh, by the way, we forgot to tip you." And my
and then you
only
say, well, it's just send the Venmo information. You don't even have to say, well, thank you for the thought, and you send the Venmo information. If they want to tip you, they can.
ah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Here it is. So
Now, how long ago was that? Because it'd be a little tacky now if it's been like a week.
it's been like a week.
That'd be tacky now.
Yes.
It would have been on point if you had done it like, oh, let's say within a couple of minutes.
Yeah, right. But even then, it just felt like I don't know. I don't know. It felt like tacky is the only word I could have. This is the painting I have to do for 7 people on Friday afternoon. It's not. It's not a difficult painting. It's just like really. But they're doing premium stuff. You know what that means?
Charging more money.
Yeah. Instead of getting like the little cellophane aprons they put on, you get cloth aprons. Instead of using plastic cups for the water, they get like a real, like solid cup, like a reusable cup, like in case they want to drink out of it after they put paint water in
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. I can see if it says "Paint the Town."
Yeah, and they get
Matt Napa, Paint the Town.
wooden easels instead of the little cardboard easels, and they get it's premium. They're paying for the all out brand new tablecloths instead of used
So
tablecloths.
do they get to keep the easels, or they just wooden easels that they have to return?
Just wooden easels that I
Well, if I
picked.
got to return it, I could just as easily paint on a plastic easel.
Well, something like that, you could just lay it down on the table, right? You don't
Yeah,
care.
sure.
You
I
don't
mean,
need
it's
it.
harder because you might get your sleeves in the paint when they drip over the painting. That's why you do it up like this, so your sleeves can not avoid, and your
Yeah.
hand can avoid touching
The cardboard easels take a fucking beating every fucking because people they're holding the thing on the cardboard easel and they're like crunching down, and then the legs get all bent up. So that's never any fun. But so yeah, 7 people in a restaurant in Astoria, Queens, an afternoon thing on Friday. Traffic. It means traffic from hell. Driving into Astoria, Queens from Eastern Long Island in the afternoon, and then driving back home during rush hour. So for an hour and a half, 2 hour party, it's going to be like a 9 hour thing with the drive. I got to end like this probably like by 11, so I can get on the road really quickly. Take
You
two and
mean
a half.
today?
No, on Friday, and then I get there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, set up really quick for 7 people, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they get plastic little pallets instead of paper plates to put the paint on too. Oh, that's premium. Don't you feel special?
Yeah.
And then get out of there in the height of rush hour in the worst part of Queens. I know it's by LaGuardia Airport, so the traffic is just, Friday afternoon, everybody wants to get home or want to get drunk or whatever they want to do. That's my thing. So I've been dragging my feet on doing that painting though. I have to do a sample to bring with me, so I have it there and say, "This is what we're doing today." It's just like I can't get motivated, but I'm supposed to do it. Maybe I should do it now. Should I do it now? Want me to do it right now? I didn't
I
think
don't
so.
recommend it
I didn't think so.
because your back would probably have to be turned.
Oh, and I thought you were going to say I'd throw my back out and have a heart attack, and my Depends would fall off or something.
No, that's way more thought than I would even care to give it.
80. I'm an 80-year-old woman whose husband just left. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get high. You want to get high? Here, like this.
Damn it.
Let me put this in your
Wait a minute. I got to find my lighter.
I got a lighter. Here.
Why'd you hand it to me to light for you then?
I was going to stick it in your mouth and I was going to light it for you, like a cigar, like I'm like a bitch at a cigar bar, and my miniskirt is like flipping around, and I'm lighting your cigar. You ever go to a cigar bar and have that happen?
No, I don't even go to cigar bars.
I'm not supposed to smoke weed now.
The last thing I did some comedy. I did some comedy at a vape shop. I think 2, maybe 3 shows. No, 2, and I was sick as a dog.
Sick. How sick is a dog?
Well, this dog was very sick. Nosebleeds, fever.
Did it eat its own vomit? Because that's a fucking disgusting thing.
No, this dog was too sick to vomit.
Wow. All right then. I don't know what to even do here. What are we even doing here? What are we doing here? You're not in the least bit. Maybe because you just tune out or something. You're not in the least bit burnt out by all this fucking just people trying to make excuses. Oh, people weren't nice about Charlie Kirk.
I know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit, so I don't give it any weight. I don't let it,
But yesterday we had a guy on who was telling us that voices matter, and we have to kind of talk. We have to talk to the bullshitters and tell them it's bullshit. Your bullshit is bullshit. That's what you have to say, right?
Yeah, but when I'm at home, there's nobody for me to talk to like that. So why what I'm going to do, talk, preach to the choir? My wife and I both feel the exact same way, and she's already ranting about it.
So yeah, the thing is, you're not your phone isn't the notifications. There it goes right there. Fucking
I get a lot of notifications.
Notifications that somebody just said, well, you weren't nice to Charlie Kirk. I said, well,
I don't get those kind of notifications because I get enough notifications. I don't need like everything.
Yeah, I've been just like blocking everybody who but so there is it's just cognitive dissonance or whatever. The people who are not understanding there's a difference between Joe Schmo on TikTok saying, I'm glad Charlie Kirk died, and the president of the United States saying, I'm glad Rob Reiner died. You don't understand the difference between some random schmuck on TikTok and the president of the United States. And I understand that people don't control him, but they do. He derives their power from the people who support him. And if you're not going to speak out and say that's wrong, and you're just going to let him do that, then you do bear some responsibility for his reaction. People are just trying to distance. Well, that's just him. I didn't say that. Yeah, but you empowered him to say that, because if you don't fucking say, hey, dude, that's way out of line. I'm the guy who voted for you, and don't do that. If you don't do that, then you are responsible. But people are trying to abdicate their responsibility for that, and that's why.
The weirdest thing is there was a time when he actually was like when he was off of Twitter, when he was off of social media, and the only thing he had was Truth Social, and nobody was paying attention to Truth Social except for maybe 35,000 people, and that was it. And that's why it was so important for him to get on Twitter, or to get back on social media, to back on mainly Twitter, because I don't think he's on anything else really.
Yeah, he used to be on Facebook, but I think he gave that up, realizing that,
for Lent.
Yeah. Uh,
But for some odd reason, like I said, and I'm not saying that I believe in the devil, but if I did, I would swear that Trump has a contract with him.
contract with him. You can't make a contract with yourself, can you?
Oh, you can. It's like people write checks to themselves, or they make these deals with themselves. I will pay myself first before I pay, blah blah blah. That's a contract that you make with yourself.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, it's just I'm just so fucking burnt by it. I can't wait. And I say this, I've been said this often, but seriously, I can't wait till the party for his death. Like, I know they want to have him lie in state, and if the Republicans are still in power, he will get to do that. But still, I will be fucking dancing in the street. I might even dance in the street naked, uh, pouring champagne all over my cock or whatever. I can't wait till he dies. Is there anything?
I don't have a choice. I have to wait. I'm not doing anything to speed it up. So yeah, I kind of have to wait.
Well, you can't talk to the Rev, put in a good word with the,
Believe me, if the Rev had any kind of influence, my comedy career would be a little bit further along than it is right now.
Oh,
Okay, a lot further along than it is right now. I mean, look, Jeff Garcia just recently died. I moved up one more spot in the comedy hierarchy, and I didn't get one more gig.
Jeff Garcia, should I know him? I don't know him. Oh, I didn't know.
He was a comedian. I don't know if you should know him.
See, when you say Jeff Garcia, I think Grateful Dead, Jerry Garcia. That's what I think.
They were probably brothers.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
No. Yeah. So that's all. I'm going to take a hit. I don't care. I'm not supposed to smoke weed in the house. Did I say that? I'm not supposed to smoke anything in the house. I'm just
you said that a couple of times, and you're holding it in your hand like, I'm really afraid to do this.
I rolled it so skinny that I'm thinking, well, you won't smell it because it's skinny.
I won't. I don't smell it.
If
I smell it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you smell it here? No.
No, my nose is in really bad shape, and I just did my lavage. I don't understand why my nose is
under the
such
camera.
bad
The
shape.
smoke goes up. All right, I got to put it out before I get in trouble. That was quick, right? I should have took one more hit. Yeah. So I didn't mention the cats and the dog. Now, the cats have
and the cradle and the silver spoon. Yeah.
The cats have 3 heated houses. 3 heated houses. They got it better than me. I don't know how much I'm paying. I'll see the electric bill. See that the cats are using a couple $100 a month to heat their houses. But I almost want to be a cat. Like, give me a little house out there, a little heated house, and have somebody.
We have a heated house outside for 2 cats that hang around, and we feed them. And the thing is, one cat will actually come in the house and stay for several hours. The other one, the girl cat, does not want the door closed. She wants to come in, but us leave the door open so that she doesn't feel trapped.
She's paranoid. Yeah, she thinks you're gonna. She looks at you and say, "Is that? I don't know. This feels like."
And the weird thing is, in the very beginning, when she came in once and went to sleep under the sofa, and we closed the door, and it turns out she was under the sofa because once we closed the door, she was paranoid. She was staying under the sofa, and as soon as she started meowing to get out, we let her out. So it's not like she meows and we say, no, you're staying in. She meows, we open the door, we let her out. But she does not want to be and does not want the door closed, even though we open it every time she meows.
Quad Air, record your epic adventures with Quad Air drone. 8K drone. See, I'd be dangerous with a drone.
I record your adventure. So what? It follows you around automatically and records you? Because
it actually does. You put this little thing in your receiver or transmitter in your pocket, and it kind of will follow you. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know, but I would be dangerous with a drone. I was dangerous when I had a drone.
And if you're walking through the woods, how does it avoid trees?
They do have.
If you're hiking, let's say you're hiking,
and they do have that crash detection, object detection stuff, so they don't crash into stuff. Now they didn't when I was flying a drone. I crashed into quite a few things, but
Oh
now
yeah, yeah.
they have that automatic. I don't know, object nearby, and it kind of goes misses. Drone technology is pretty good now, pretty damn good.
Yeah, how much is that drone?
Well, according to that ad, uh, where does it say? Because I thought it was a Temu ad. I was like, Temu, they are everything is $1 or
Yeah, I don't trust anything on Temu.
I know. I
Yeah.
have never ordered it from Temu because I just feel like this is a Chinese thief.
Yeah.
What does it say here? It's a plug.
It's like there's a commercial. Ann says, "Hurry up, puff puff pass," but that was a little while ago. I wasn't seeing
The
it.
Aviator pack is $69.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's
Pro Pilot pack $59. Oh, what's the difference between the Aviator and the Pro Pilot pack?
there's a commercial for some service. It's a monthly service. I think it's like an HR service, and it's like $1 for the first month, but for every month after that, and this is how they said, every month of that is just $20. Yes, $29 a month. See, and he goes and said,
just $29.
$29 a month, and
Yeah.
he has that pause. It goes like, yes, it's just 20. That's right, $29 a month.
I feel like a fucking idiot. Why is it me? Always me. Always me.
Somebody wants to meet you on Zoom, but no pictures, no cameras.
No, this whole shipping thing with the painting. Nobody else ever had a problem with UPS.
I'm pretty sure other people had a problem with UPS.
None of the painters will admit it, though. In the painting groups, oh no, that's what I use. I've never had a problem with them.
Well, maybe okay. Here's the thing. Maybe they used it once. Maybe they did it during the summer, not during the Christmas rush.
Wow.
Maybe they were sending it local. Like
I didn't do it during the Christmas rush. Well, maybe you could call it the Christmas rush, but I did it I think the day after Thanksgiving. I remember the boxes came. The box to ship it in came on the Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm pretty sure that's when I shipped it. Maybe that's Saturday. So it ships.
It also, I guess, it depends on where they were sending it. Maybe, and also how. If they sent the UPS ground or if they sent the UPS air, I don't.
Well, it definitely went air from wherever it was in Illinois to El Paso, and then back to. Now it's been in Kalamazoo, according to them, for 2 or 3 days now. And then John says that's 4 miles from him, Kalamazoo to where he lives, like 4 miles.
Yeah, it is.
You could walk it there, like literally, you could walk it there in 3 days. You could walk 4 miles in, I don't know, a half hour or something.
Now, when I was out there a few months ago, I'm driving around and I see these signs that says GD this, GD that, GD River, GD, and I'm going, GD. Oh yeah. I didn't realize that was their abbreviation for Grand.
Grand Rapids, right?
Right.
So, what did you go out there for, the Jackie thing?
Yeah.
I didn't remember you going. You're not in the pictures. Why?
No, I'm not in the pictures.
That's just rude.
I'm in one picture, and that's of us at dinner. But I didn't go to the zoo with them.
Oh, see,
I didn't go. I was exhausted. I had just driven in, and they went to the zoo, and I was like, no, actually, I just driven in the night before, and we drove in. I did an open mic with them, and Jackie wasn't there for that. Jackie went to bed.
Wow.
After the open mic, I go back to the room, and I stayed up to do something. I was exhausted.
Jackie went to bed because he's, you know what? I think he's one of these guys who goes to bed early, but then wakes up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I often get texts from him, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he wants to keep going. It's just like, dude, now this is my time to just kind of crash. Now, I'm not a high school kid anymore. I'm not up at 2 o'clock in the morning texting my buddies. So
I didn't, and matter of fact, when they went to the zoo, I did the show with you, and they went to the zoo after the show, and I said to you, I said, I want to go to the zoo just to hang out with them, but I'm exhausted, and I really, need my rest. And so I did the rest. I went to sleep.
Yeah. Canada just passed a thing where they don't want elephants or gorillas in zoos or in captivity anymore. So what do they do with the ones that they're not just going to let them go?
They may have to be but they probably maybe to a safari or a preserve, preserve.
Preserves a little
Yeah,
jam,
elephant preserves. Like
a
put
little
little
jam and
spread.
jelly
Yeah,
and a little elephant juice on there.
yeah.
This is a terrible show. Why do we have such a terrible show? That's because it's not a show. It's just you and me just bullshitting. Like somebody in the chat room say something that we can.
Well,
respond.
I tried to engage with you, but just like I asked you about your Christmas movie, and you talk about something from 1962. Okay, they probably showed it every year for a while after 1962. Pretty sure that your memory of it is not from when you were 3 years old.
I don't know. I really don't.
So
Yeah, that song, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Wow, it came right up. You stream it now. What are they charging for Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol?
it's probably free.
You would hope.
It's like this from 1962.
Oh, that's how much people will charge for it. Stand By Me. Oh, look, it is free. They're just gonna play it. Can I see if it plays some music? You get a copyright strike? Let's see. Is it gonna play the music?
What are you trying to play the music to? Stand By Me or Mr. Magoo?
Since it's free, I should be able to play it, right? No, and claim fair use.
You can claim fair use for anything. Doesn't mean it's going to hold up in a court of YouTube opinion.
Starring Jim Backus as Mr. Magoo. I'm not sure. Oh, come on.
Okay, somebody was talking. There was an open mic last night. I don't go to it anymore. It's the one in Hagerstown, and they did it. And
Not the music I thought it was.
And somebody posted about the open mic. Like I said, it's an open mic, and they go, "Great show last night." It's like, no, it was an open mic.
Right.
It's an open mic. It's not a show.
Stop calling it a show. Stop calling it a show. Damn it.
It's a great mic last night.
The music is not what I thought it was. It's the guy singing. Who? Mr. Magoo singing. I don't like that. I don't remember that. Whose idea was it to make Mr. Magoo Scrooge? That's a bad idea. Now that I think about it, 65 years later, it's just it's a mistake. Why would they? Mr. Magoo should not be Scrooge.
No, because he was actually a very kind person.
Yeah.
Now I can see McScrooge Duck being Scrooge.
Wow, the cast. Listen, this cast is just, well, not really that great. Jim Backus, Jack Cassidy. Remember Jack Cassidy?
Yeah.
Yeah, David Cassidy's father. Right. Royal Dano. You know who Royal Dano is? If I show you the picture, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that guy. I know that guy.
Was he in Hawaii Five-0? I'm just teasing.
He could have been. Dano, book him. Right? Am I right? Book him. This guy. Oh, you can't see. You can't see. This guy here.
Royal Dane. Dano. Royal Dano.
Royal
Dano or Dano? Maury
Amsterdam. How about that? Paul Frees looks familiar, but I don't know. I don't know who that is. Joan Gardner. None of these people. But that this guy, he was like in a lot of Twilight Zones or something. Royal Dano.
Yeah.
What if I click on?
And Maury Amsterdam. Well, basically anybody who knows Maury Amsterdam probably know him from Mary Tyler Moore. I don't know if he did.
No. The Dick Van Dyke Show. Oh, right?
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke Show. Dick Van Dyke Show. Right.
Royal Dano Sr., there was a junior, was an American actor in a career spanning 46 years. He was perhaps best known for playing cowboys. I don't know. All right. Royal Dano. I remember him from Twilight Zones. He was one of those weird guys in Twilight Zones. First animated Christmas special So, all right. So, what's your favorite Christmas? You know what? I would say Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. If I have to watch a Christmas movie, what would you pick?
Heavy Kev says, I'm getting stoned, producing a song, and trying to figure out where they sent all the elephants from New Zealand.
Did they kick the elephants out of New Zealand?
Well, they probably exported them. They probably hunted them to extinction.
Were there ever like natural elephants in New Zealand?
I don't believe there are any indigenous elephants in New Zealand.
That was the whole thing with the Ark story, right? Like, how did the penguins get there? They hitchhike from Antarctica to wherever the hell Noah was.
Okay, this is the theory that I've had for the longest time. They said every animal 2 by 2. Actually, there's two different versions. One says 7 and 2. 7 pairs of the clean ones, 2 pairs of the dirty ones or the unclean ones. And then other versions says there's 2 of every kind. So there's 2 different versions of it.
Why would you want an unclean ones? We'll just take the 7 clean ones.
The clean ones and unclean ones is like the clean ones you can eat, the unclean ones you don't eat. But I guess you need them both because of the cycle of life. You need them all to make things work. Now, my theory was that not every animal that we have today was available back then. And so let's say I'm just going to make up a number. Let's say we have 1 million species of animals now, but back then they only had, let's say, 1,000 species of animal. And because of evolution and stuff like that, and of course you didn't have to take the fish. You don't take the fish on the ark, and the whales. You don't take the whales on the ark. You don't take the birds on the ark.
Yeah.
So it's just the land.
I think he did take a bird on the ark.
Yeah,
right?
but you didn't have to. He took some doves
to kind of I don't know. The doves were supposed to go find land and report back.
Right, let them go. Right, let them go, and I guess they also needed the eggs. But the dove bars, they needed the soap. They needed the soap.
So I just want to. You said back then a couple of times. Do we have a date? Do we have like a approximate date of this whole flood thing?
Again, depends on how you're keeping time. Because archaeologists, geologists, they know that there was a great flood at some point. Now, and the Bible version is not the oldest recorded version of the Great Flood. There are versions older than that. And I think the oldest is Gilgamesh. I think that's the first.
Sure.
I think that's the first.
Is that the same one, or is that just like did the Bible? Whoever wrote the Bible, Harvey, the Bible writer, he stole the Gilgamesh thing.
They stole it and just jewed it up a little.
Yeah. So plagiarism right away. So there is no date. In other words, when you say back then, you mean?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. According to the Bible thumpers, since 1,000 years equals a day, they would go back and say like, let's say 7,000 years or something like that.
Feels like they're playing Lorne Green on an Alpo commercial. It's 7 years to you and me, or whatever.
Yeah. But of course, archaeologists, geologists, they know it's a lot longer than that. So
why is Russ White saying Halloween?
That's his favorite Christmas movie, and I don't blame him. There you go, Mr. White. That's one of my favorite, and it's a great Halloween movie as well.
Did you give us and I wasn't listening, your favorite?
No, I didn't, because you came up with another one while I was.
What is your favorite? What is your favorite Christmas movie?
It is Halloween.
Huh. That's not.
I watch it.
Die Hard.
It's called Nightmare Before Christmas.
I never watched that one.
Yeah, that one. I liked it first of all, I'm a huge Danny Elfman fan. Love Danny Elfman.
Well, he's not. You can't be huge and an Elfman fan.
Yeah,
both. You're very small Elfman fan, right? Elfman. See, that's a play on words there. Elf and man, very small. Nightmare Before Christmas. I know what that was animated. Yes or no?
Yes, it's done with stop motion photography.
See, stop in motion. That's a oxymoron, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's also a technique.
Oh,
It's I like it a lot. It's entertaining.
Danny Elfman played Jack Skellington. I thought he would just, when you mentioned the name, I thought he would just did the music for it. He was
He
actually
did the
in it.
music for it, and I don't think he did.
Why do
I don't think he did the voice of Jack Skellington.
clown with the Jack Skellington clown with the, and just cuts off clown with the what?
Tearaway Face, probably.
Oh, Ken Page. For some reason, I think Ken Page was on this program. Not this one, the nighttime program.
Okay.
I don't know. His face looks familiar, and definitely the name. But you know me, I have Alzheimer's, dementia, forgetfulness. I don't know. But for some reason, I think he was on the evening program. Chris Sarandon played Jack Skellington. What,
Right.
they both played Jack Skellington?
No, there was okay. Jack Skellington, when he sang, was Danny Elfman, I believe. When he talked, it was Chris Sarandon.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Paul Rubens, who was Pee Wee Herman, played Locke in that movie.
Yeah, Lock, because there was Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Oh, there's Catherine O'Hara. Was she Second City? Catherine O'Hara.
Second City. She was also in Beetlejuice. And she was in a lot of the Christopher Guest movies. You know, like Mighty Wind, Best in Show, stuff like that.
I don't know any of these other people. Glenn Shaddix, Greg Proops. I'm sorry. William Hickey, Susan McBride. I don't know any of these people. Debbie Durst. This is some cast of unknowns, old unknowns, not like young unknowns.
Well, this movie is kind of old, so yeah.
So, Nightmare Before Christmas, is it like horror? I mean, it sounds like horror with nightmare.
No, it's not really horror. It's like I said, it's for kids, kind of.
For kids, you know.
Yeah, for kids.
Did any hit song? You thinking Danny Elfman did the music for it? It had to have like some hit songs from it, no? Or
I wouldn't say hit songs. Like, okay, there were two songs that I really, really liked a lot. Well, there was a number of them that I liked a lot, but there was two that I used to put on my answering machine as outgoing messages. At Halloween, I used to play the song "This is Halloween, This is Halloween," and that was my outgoing message for the week of Halloween. And then for the week of Christmas, there was "Making Christmas, Making Christmas. It's a fine," that one there. I like that, "Making Christmas."
All right, with the Godfather,
there's one he plays. I think, matter of fact, I liked it so much that when I wrote a musical, a Shakespeare musical, I borrowed the style of that particular song for one of my songs in my Shakespeare musical. And the song is called "What's This?"
The Godfather is not considered a Christmas movie. Why? It should be, right?
Now, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, Die Hard's on the list here. So I'm going to run down Christmas movies. Home Alone is a Christmas movie.
Never saw it. I saw clips of it, never saw the movie. Not the first one, not the second one, not the third one.
Somebody had it on recently at a party. Maybe it was last year's Christmas party or something. Somebody had it on, and I caught little bits of it. Joe Pesci's in that, right? Yeah, but I couldn't watch it. It's just like, no. Elf, I
never
can't
saw
watch
it. I refuse to watch it.
Me too. And that the other one, Fred Claus, I like Vince Vaughn, but I can't watch it.
I refuse to watch that one. Never saw it.
Yeah. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I think
my wife and I saw part of that the other night. I think she may have watched all of it. It was on in the room when I got there, and I was like, okay, I didn't need to see this. I didn't need to see any of the National Lampoon Chevy Chase movies after the first one.
Now, It's a Wonderful Life is fourth on the list. I like that movie, and I can watch it every year. I'm just gonna expose myself as being like a retard. I had a crush. Like Donna Reed
On
was,
Jimmy Stewart?
yeah, on Jimmy Stewart. Donna Reed had a television show, the Donna Reed Show, and she was just
Right.
like a stuffy old mother character on that, like a mother knows best, but the Donna Reed Show. Never thought of her as like hot or anything, but then I saw her in A Wonderful Life. I was like, man, when she was young, I would have wonderfuled her life. That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
would.
Kev, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Uh,
Yes, it's a Christmas movie.
Miracle on 34th Street. Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood was in as a very small child.
Yeah.
I
Chris.
kind of like that one. I did like that movie.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen it in at least 20 years, maybe more.
Yeah, I haven't seen it many years.
A Christmas movie. That's about the kid with the gun, right? I never saw
Christmas
that
Story?
one. Christmas Story, is that what it is?
Yeah,
It's cut
my
off.
wife and I watch that every year. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched that. I know my nephew loved that one, and like we'd get excited that it was coming on. He loved it, and I know it was like a kid with a BB gun or something.
Right, that's toward the end. Yeah.
Toward the end, I thought that was the premise of the movie.
No, that's maybe the climax of the movie. You know, it's the movie,
different than the climax for the movies that I watch.
Now, to be honest, if it were not for my wife, I probably would have never watched it. And when I do watch it, my favorite scene is when the husband and the wife are sitting in a chair together, staring out the window. Because during the movie itself, you don't really know that they really love each other. It's hard to see that because of all the family dynamics. They're always dealing with the children. They're dealing with this. They're dealing with that, and you never see them in love until the very, very end. And they're just sitting together in the quiet, staring at the snowflakes falling outside the window. That's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
All right, well, that's number 6, the Christmas story there. Number 7, Die Hard.
That should be higher, but okay.
It's not really
It is. It's really a Christmas movie.
How? It doesn't. I mean, just because it happens at Christmas time, they're not like celebrating Christmas. Are they?
Yeah, the reason why he goes out to California is because he was invited to a Christmas party by mistake.
Right.
Okay. They're robbing the building at the Christmas party.
Okay. By mistake, his wife worked there, and she was her guest.
But they were separated.
Oh, I didn't know.
He and his wife, they were separated. Matter of fact, she wasn't even using his last name at that point.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She was using a different last name. So he got invited by mistake.
The next movie after Die Hard, what is that? Die Hard was 7, this is 8. Scrooge, the Bill Murray version of A Christmas Carol. Never saw that.
I did see it, and I'm not big on all the remakes of all, like, it's like, okay, It's a Wonderful Life. And then there's like, every year, some sitcom does their version of It's a Wonderful Life or A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
They take one, it's like every year, and I can't stand it. It's like, I don't think I've seen a good version.
I think the only part that sticks out is David Johansen driving a cab in that movie. I think.
Oh, yeah. And he does, yeah.
Next, number 9, The Polar Express. That's like an animated.
With Tom Hanks. Never saw it.
When did this come out? It's pretty recent, right? The Polar Express. It doesn't say when it was made. I'm thinking within the last 20 years. That's pretty recent for me.
I'm surprised that the Fred Claus was higher up than.
No, they didn't mention Fred Claus yet. He's not even on the list here. So number 10, A Christmas Carol. I guess that's the original, but there were so many like
right.
Christmas Carol 2009. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. The ones I was thinking of, like 1930s movies.
The one in the black and white version.
Yeah. Then Love.
God bless us, everyone.
Number 11, Love Actually. Who the fuck?
Don't know that one.
Love Actually. Who's in it? Doesn't say.
I mean, I know the title. I don't know the movie.
9 intertwined journeys examine the complexities of one emotion that connects all individuals. Love among these individuals is David, the handsome newly elected British Prime Minister who falls for a junior staffer. Sarah is a graphic designer whose devotion to a mentally ill brother complicates her love life. I don't know it. Love Actually, it sounds like I should know it. The Santa Claus with your buddy there.
Yes, okay. Yes, Tim Allen. Now, the funny thing is, when that movie first came out, I'm like, I'm not watching this fucking shit. I'm not watching it. And then, I don't know if this ever happened to you. Late at night, you can't sleep, you're channel surfing, and you catch a glimpse of something that goes like, oh, that was pretty funny. And then you go back and you watch the whole thing, or you watch it and say, okay, I saw the rest of it. Now, how does it start? So I've seen now I've seen it like maybe 7 or 8 times.
That's another one where I was at somebody's house at a Christmas Day thing, and they were watching it, and it was like forced upon me. I don't like Tim Allen. I don't know. It's something about him. I just he feels like.
Well, the only thing I didn't, like I said, I liked Tim Allen as his stand-up. I liked his stand-up. Once he crossed over and stuff, once they did that that Tool Time, I wasn't a big fan of the Tool Time. And so because of that, I wasn't interested in any of his movies. But again, Galaxy Quest is another one of his movies that I would not see. Middle of the night, it comes on, and I catch a glimpse, and I go, "This is pretty funny." And then I realized that it was it was the nature. Once I appreciated the nature of the movie, Galaxy Quest, same with the Santa Claus. Once I appreciated the nature of the two movies, I enjoyed them.
What was that? 12. Number 13 is Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. I didn't see that, but I did see clips of it. Now that hottie from Gilmore Girls is in that movie, right?
I don't remember. I don't know what Gilmore Girls. I don't know who was in Gilmore Girls, but yeah, I like that movie. My wife thought it was disgusting.
Why don't they give you the cast in these movies? They should give you who's in it.
Again, I appreciated what they were doing with the movie.
Bernie Mac is in that movie. I gotta watch that movie. I love Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
The Muppet Christmas Carol, which is a Christmas Carol again.
Right. Yeah.
What is this? 15, The Nightmare Before Christmas. We talked about. Number 16, White Christmas, the original.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye.
I like Danny Kaye. I'm not a big Bing Crosby fan, but I really like Danny Kaye. He was so fucking talented.
I didn't even know this one existed. What is this? Number 16, Arthur Christmas.
What Christmas?
Arthur, remember the movie Arthur? I think this is Dudley
is this
Moore.
One with Dudley Moore?
I think so, but it doesn't give you the cast. It's just called Arthur Christmas. Everyone knows that each Christmas Santa Claus delivers presents to every last child on earth. What everyone doesn't know.
Is this the cartoon Arthur?
It doesn't look like a cartoon. No, it looks like, oh yeah, it is a cartoon.
Okay. Never saw it.
Yeah, me neither. Why? You know what? I'm surprised that Gremlins is next. Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Oh, and just mentioned Trading Places.
Trading Places. Oh,
that's a Christmas movie also.
Yeah, that's not on the list yet. So that was what was that? 15, 16 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Which
saw
version?
This looks like the one that they made me watch a week ago on Thanksgiving, or a couple of weeks ago.
You mean the animated version or the Jim Carrey version?
The Jim Carrey version. I saw a couple of. I thought it was pretty good. They made me watch it.
I won't. That's one of the ones I won't watch.
I love the actual original, the Dr. Seuss.
Yes, yeah.
And then they made me watch the Jim Carrey version. Then there was another animated version, which was not the Dr. Seuss one. It's like a claymation one that they watched after that. That sucked. Home Alone 2. That's not fair that it gets two mentions. And the remake. That's not right. Then number 18, The Holiday. Never heard of it. Did you even hear of this movie?
It sounds familiar. I've heard of it, but that doesn't.
They won't give you the fucking
I don't think any of the Hallmark Christmas movies should be on the list ever.
Oh, Cameron Diaz. That's who stars in that one. Jingle All the Way. I don't know who's in that one. Jingle All the Way. Jake Lloyd. Don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Rita Wilson.
Okay. Yeah, never saw it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big Arnold fan either. Klaus. J.K. Simmons. I don't know that one. How is this on the list before Trading Places? Charlie Brown Christmas. There you go. 1965. Charlie Brown Christmas. That's the end of my list. I didn't get Trading Places on there at all. Now we could go down the Esquire list and see if Trading Places is on that one. 49. Wait, Christmas Carol, 1984. The Year Without Santa Claus, 48.
Now, so it seems like, well, I guess they weren't Christmas movies. They were Christmas specials.
Christmas in Connecticut.
Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman. Those are all specials.
Oh, that one was
movies.
One was Fred Astaire, the Rankin, whatever that Rankin Bass.
Right. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I believe.
Yeah. No, that was
The Year Without Santa Claus.
You got it right. You got it right. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Then Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It is. Wow. What is this one? Classic trailer. Just Friends. I don't know that one. The Holiday, Cameron Diaz, we talked about that one. Classic trailer. What is it? Love Actually, talked about that one. Jingle All the Way, that's the Arnold one. Mixed Nuts, Steve Allen is in that. Steve Martin, I mean. I don't know any of these other people in it. Mixed Nuts. Oh, it looks like Adam Sandler's in that. Is Adam Sandler in that? Nora Ephron movie, Mixed Nuts. A Very Merry Christmas. This is Bill Murray again. Bill Murray's in another Christmas movie. Miley Cyrus, George Clooney, Rashida Jones, and Bill Murray. Never heard of that one. Dexter Halls, Matthew Broderick. The Family Stone. Diane Keaton, Luke Wilson, Rachel McAdams, Claire Danes, Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know any.
You're away from your mic, Matt.
Oh, I'm away from my mic.
Yeah, you were to the side of it. So
yeah. So the Family Stone. That's Sarah Jessica Parker, Claire Danes, Rachel McAdams, Luke Wilson, Diane Keaton. Never heard of it. Metropolitan. These are Christmas movies. I never heard of them. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Who's in that? That's a Christmas movie. It sounds like a fucking horror movie.
It was a slasher film.
It happened on Fifth Avenue. Who's that guy? Oh, what's his name? Damn. I know the face. I know his face. I don't know his name. I could show you. Who is he? It's like he looks like one of the guys from a sitcom, like a dad from a sitcom or something. Let me show you his name, his face, and you could say, oh, I know his name. It's Dave Dudley.
Oh, right? Yeah, I know that guy. Second baseman for the Mets.
Well, I don't know. Dave Dudley was 6 Days on the Road. This guy, don't you know that guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Who is that guy?
That's that guy.
That's the guy. Happened on Fifth Avenue. Don't have his name in here, but he's somebody, right? Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my wife just had that on this morning.
That's number 33. Number 32 is the Santa Claus. We talked about that one. Carol.
Okay, that one I think I've seen.
Kate Blanchett. The Holdovers. Never heard of this one either.
Yeah, that's with Paul Giamatti.
Yeah. What is it? The Polar Express. We talked about that. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is the 1966 Dr. Seuss version. That's a good one. Yeah. Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas.
Never saw it. Never saw any of the Harold Kumar movies.
Die Hard. What is this one? While You Were Sleeping.
Oh yeah. Actually, that one I actually like that movie.
That's Sandra Bullock, right? Is that who that is? Yeah, Sandra Bullock. and the guy is like in a coma or something, right? A nurse mistakes as a meaning. After Sandra Bullock saves a man pushed in front of a L train on Christmas Day, she finds herself in quite a predicament. After admiring the man from afar, from some time, she mutters, "I was going to marry him," which a nurse mistakes as a meaning that she's his fiance. Blah blah blah. It doesn't sound like something I'm interested in. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a Christmas movie. You got whatever this guy's name, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Who's the chick? Doesn't say. There's Val Kilmer's in the movie, but it doesn't say who the chick is. Yeah, they don't give the chick any credit at all. How about that? Gremlins. I didn't see that as a Christmas.
I forgot that was a Christmas movie.
The Shop Around the Corner. That looks like Groucho. It's not.
It does look like Groucho.
It's a James Stewart movie. James Stewart, Margaret Sullivan. No. Ever wonder where you got mail? Got it? Oh, so it's like Christmas Tale. I don't know that one. French author Arthur Arnaud Dishbach. No, I'm not French movies. I am not watching it. Black Christmas. What is that?
Is that a blaxploitation movie?
I don't know. Starring Olivia
with Jim
Hussey,
Kelly. Black Christmas was Fred Williamson, Jim Kelly.
No, Margot Kidder, and John Saxon. I know them. Margot Kidder went crazy.
Well, John Saxon was in the blaxploitation films also. He was in Three of the Hardware, I think. No, he was in.
Eyes Wide Shut is a Christmas movie. Give me a fucking break. I
don't remember it being a Christmas movie, but I never saw the whole thing.
It was pretty much about there's an
I thought it was kind of like a kinky rich people's sex party.
Yeah, it was, and there's a suggestion that Bob Hope was I think there's Bob Hope, a guy in a Bob Hope mask or something, but then started these rumors, and I think there's some truth to some of these rumors that Bob Hope used to have all these orgies at his house, Hollywood orgies or something. Bob Hope was the the original Epstein or somehow. Maybe that's overstating it a little bit. Little Women. I know I've heard of the movie. I never knew it was a Christmas movie. This looks like a blaxploitation. The Best Man Holiday.
Well, that's not quite blaxploitation, but it's wasn't my cup of tea.
More like
first of all, I did not like the idea they kept pushing Taye Diggs down like my throat every time there's a black movie. Taye Diggs had to be in it. I resented that.
Meet Me in St. Louis, Judy Garland. I've heard of the movie, never watched it.
I haven't seen it in years.
A little bit overdone with the makeup there. No, wow. Well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Come on, let's have a big round of applause for Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Why am I just such a nitwit, right? I'm not just a miss. What was the other guy's name? They had the elf there that was with Rudolph.
The dentist?
Yeah, the guy who was going to be a dentist. What was his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I was thinking about him the other day, but why was I thinking that's a problem, right? That I was even thinking about the elf. But Hermie? Was it Hermie? No.
Could have been Hermie.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Then whatever, the elf. The Apartment. Is that a Christmas movie? The Apartment is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's a fucking great movie, right? You're familiar with The Apartment?
Okay, I was trying to be lazy and I typed in Rudolph's Dentist. And it came up Larry Dentist. There's some guy named Larry Rudolph. His name is Hermie.
I'm surprised it didn't come up with when Rudolph Dentist. You come up with Hess. Rudolph. Right?
No, his name is Hermie.
Wow, I got it right. How the fuck did that happen? The Apartment. We used to do Wednesday nights movie analysis until we kept getting copyright strikes. Adam Lippy broke down The Apartment. A great movie. And there's
Jack Lemmon in that.
Huh?
Is Jack Lemmon in that?
Jack Lemmon is the star of that. Yes.
Okay.
Him and Shirley MacLaine and Fred
That's
McMurray.
What I thought.
at the boss, and Fred McMurray. She's his secretary, but only because he wants to cheat on his wife with his secretary. So he gets Shirley MacLaine there, and then like the whole business is built around all these executives just hiring secretaries so they could bang them, set them up with an apartment, and blah 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 blah. And they were using Jack Lemmon's apartment. He was the apartment owner. Billy Wilder comedy. It's a good movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas, we talked about that one. Christmas Carol 1951. Really, 1951? I would have thought it was before that. Alistair Sim. This is the one I liked. I didn't know it was 51. I would have thought it 30s or something. Muppet Christmas Carol. Another Christmas Carol. Bad Santa. We talked about that one. Miracle on 34th Street. We talked about that one. Scrooge. We talked about that one. Home Alone. White Christmas. A Christmas Story. All these we got covered already. National Lampoon's. Number 2 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I'm sorry, no. And number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, that's so there you go. That's our Christmas movie wrap up for you here on Coffee with the Dog. We hope that got you excited for your Christmas.
Now, to answer Kev, because he'd asked, he says, GD, you mentioned your fave bands yesterday, but I missed them. Please repeat. I think I know Dog's faves. Well, Dog's Matt's favorite bands are actually I don't know. Led Zeppelin, he thinks is the greatest band in the world. He's probably a Beatles fan.
That doesn't mean they're my favorites, but I do think what are the criteria here? I think like albums has popularity, just influence.
What 4 bands do you have the most of their albums?
Not bands. I know people.
Okay, well, artists. I guess.
Singer-songwriters are my thing. Jackson Browne, I have everything he's ever put out. James Taylor, everything he's ever put out. Lyle Lovett, John Hyatt. These are all singer-songwriter type people, though. They're not like band. They have bands, but they're not bands. Those are the people I have the most. If you want to like people, again, this comes down to singers. Not necessarily bands. Like I'm exposing myself as being like a real femme. Linda Ronstadt, but she had a fucking killer band, but I just loved her voice.
Have you ever watched Pirates of Penzance?
No.
She's in that, and she sings. Well, the movie version, she's in it, and her voice is like a fucking songbird.
Right. She was one of these people who kept before she got Parkinson's or whatever. She was always looking to improve and get better. But I think she was born with just an incredible set of pipes, a great voice. But if you talk, because this thing came up the other day, people, greatest female singer of all time. It's like there's no such thing. It's who's your favorite, who do you like? But you can't just. But if you talk about pitch perfect, Karen Carpenter is like I think it's the gold standard for being pitch perfect. If you do like put her through vocal in it without vocal tuning, she looks like auto tune, like she's right on the fucking note.
I think her and Minnie Riperton, because I think Minnie Riperton was like that as well, and she had a fantastic range.
Yeah, well, Minnie Riperton, like that fucking dog whistle thing on loving. What is that? What loving you?
Loving you, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That note is so infamous that South Park made a movie. I mean, did one of their shows, and the plot was when the band hit that note, that the bomb was supposed to go off, and the guy couldn't hit the note.
You know what? I've never seen her actually perform. I knew the record very well, and but I would be curious to see, because in a like a crowded theater or arena or even in a nightclub or something, with the background noise and all that stuff, that'd be because she's not doing that full voice. You got to really listen for it. And in the studio, it's easy to kind of mic it up and punch it up. I just wonder how she would have hit that note live. It's a difficult thing. So yeah, Beatles obviously a I would think belong in my favorite bands of all time. It's so hard to kind of bring up. Deep Purple was a favorite band. Just thinking band. You know what? I hate to say the Eagles because I hate Don Henley's guts. I hate Glenn Fry's. Jim Fry. Glenn Fry's guts. I hate them as people. But
Just admit it. You hate everybody whose name is Glenn.
Not everybody. Got to be somebody named Glenn that I don't
Glenn
hate.
Campbell, Glenn Close. You just hate all the
Glenn
Glenn.
Campbell. I didn't hate Glenn Campbell. Glenn Close. He was an ugly guy. Bands though, damn. I'm at a loss of my favorite bands. The E Street Band. How about that? A big Meatloaf's band, but that was like Steely Dan, but that's
not really a band. It's
right.
Two guys who are very good. And they just surround themselves with really good studio musicians.
Yeah, studio musicians.
Like what's his name? Diaz?
Who?
Diaz, the guitar, the one who plays the guitar in Bodhisattva. That's one of the
who plays guitar
Steely Dan songs that just kicks my ass when I play it.
I thought Jeff Skunk Baxter, who played on I don't even know how to spell Bodhisattva.
Well, it's Bodhisattva.
This is not going to work out. Bodhisattva.
When we played that song kicked my ass.
Steely Dan. Who guitar? Steely Dan guitar. Yeah, Bodhisattva. Denny Diaz. Yeah, you were right. And okay. Jeff Skunk Baxter played the solo.
Oh, Jeff Baxter played the solo.
Yeah,
I thought it was Diaz that played the solo all this time.
Yeah. They both played the first one. There's like there's one in the beginning, and then there's another one. Jeff Baxter, I guess, played the second one, according to this. And you never know what.
That solo kicked my ass. It took me.
Yeah. So first solo, Denny Diaz, known for his structured bebop influence playing, Diaz performs the first solo full of complex runs and jazz sensibility. Jeff Skunk Baxter offers a contrasting, wider rock attack for the second solo, adding explosive energy to the song. So we were both right.
The first one, the jazzy one, that's the one that kicked my ass, and I had to keep cheating on it. I had to keep cheating to do that one.
I'm going to sell my house in town.
Yeah.
Isn't everybody's house in town?
No, some people's houses are out of town. Like you live in the burbs.
Oh, I live in Kalamazoo, but I just don't know it.
Right.
Huh. All right.
So his solo that just kicked my ass. To this day, I'm not sure I ever got it right. Let's put it this way: I know I never got it right. But I don't think when I played it live, I don't think people could tell that I wasn't getting it right because I got the gist of it so well that people going like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
When is Gen Z? Is that like born in 2000 or later? 2005?
I have no idea. I don't know.
That Gen Z guy, and let me see if I can just bring him up just to show you this Gen Z producer. Who was going through the Beatles catalog for the first time, like he's never heard the Beatles, and
never heard the Beatles. Like with all the, first of all, their songs are probably in a lot of commercials as well.
Well, yeah, he said like it's some of the songs like he had heard but never realized it was the Beatles, and he never cared about it, and you can see that if the guy was born in 2005. But I'm thinking, 20 years old, what kind of producer credits could you have at 20 years old? This guy seemed probably in his mid-20s, but that's why I'm thinking, where the fuck does Gen Z start? But yeah, here's I hate this Black Friday promo. Black Friday's over with, Eloise. Yeah, let me bring this kid up. Anyway, so he's going through the Beatle albums last night, and it's just kind of, it's enlightening for me to see how a young person reacts to this stuff, because there's in my life, John Lennon song, I forget, it's on like Rubber Soul or Revolver, one of those, and there's a harpsichord solo in it, and he refuses to believe. Like, what is that? It's like a piano sped up. They had no way to speed stuff like just the piano solo up in those days. It wasn't like you could
And
just.
yeah, they did do some innovative stuff like looping and playing stuff backwards.
Yeah, but that was a real harpsichord. But he couldn't wrap his head around like that. Couldn't be a real harpsichord. It's got to be a piano sped up. Like piano sped up wouldn't. And how would you play that? So you'd have to play the solo in halftime and then double it.
Right, you had to play it halftime and then speed it up to twice the speed or something.
Yeah. So his thinking is very much in line with how things are done today. He's talking about click tracks and stuff. Oh, my stepdaughter's calling me. Oh no, it's a different Sarah. So fuck that. I'm not answering. I'm screaming.
Sarah Silverman's calling you? Put her on. Yeah. Tell her I love her work.
This guy, now does he look 20? He doesn't. He's got to be older than 20, right? This is why I'm trying to get a grip on where Gen Z. What's his name? Something Brown, Isaac Brown. Like you call yourself a producer, but you can't really have any credits by 20. Like 20 years old, you can't have any like major, studio credits for producing people. Can you? Oh, look,
it says Gen Z was born between 1997 and 2012.
So they kind of, that's a weird 97 and 2012. That
according to this.
They started to skew the numbers around there a little bit then, because baby boomers were 1945 to 1964, right? So that the boomers are 1946 to 1964. And then Gen X comes after that. And I thought it went 1965 to 1985. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that. And then I don't know what comes after that, Gen Y. And then millennials, and now Gen Z. And that's what this guy claims to be, a Gen Z producer. But he's talking about the Beatles stuff and breaking it down, and he's like, it's surprising. This sounds like an 80s guitar. Well, yeah, the guys in the 80s were like copping Beatles riffs and putting in. It's like, oh, that sounds like Queen, but like a Queen harmony.
It's one of the things that when I have difficulty when people are talking about stuff and they don't have an idea of what came first. So they'll say, this sounds like something from the 90s. It's like, no, this came first. So something from the 90s imitated this.
Right.
That's like saying Dr. J dunked like Michael Jordan. No.
But it is kind of amusing. First of all, I think the guy, he's very, you know what? I'm impressed with Gen Z, like the Luke Beasley's, the Adam Mockler's, this guy, very, adult, smart, young people. Now, I know they don't represent the entire generation, but the ones who are putting these YouTube channels together, I'm impressed. I mean, their delivery, their sophistication and professionalism at a young age, because at that age, I was still fucking trying to figure out.
Yeah, but again, a lot of things when you don't have the technology, a lot of things you're figuring out how to do that. Okay, I mean, when I was little, I was trying to develop a remote control toy. Okay, I was trying to build a remote control toy because a remote control football set, as a matter of fact, an electric football set where you could control the players individually. That was what I was trying to build. And first I thought it was a real toy. I didn't realize I dreamt it because I used to fall asleep watching television. And so I would think that I would have these dreams, but the dreams took place on television. So I thought these toys that I was seeing were on television. And I sent my mother out to find these toys. And she go like, no, the guy says they don't make this toy, but if anybody ever makes it, they'll be rich. That's what she said. She come back year after year with these same things. So one of the toys I really wanted to make, and that was with using remote control players. A lot of that stuff wasn't available back then. There was wired remotes, and then there were wireless remote controls, but they were based on sound, not infrared. And you had to like go bing, 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 bing. that kind of stuff. And the TV only moved in one direction.
You just said same words that triggered me. It triggered me. It didn't make me angry. If that's what triggered means. I think in modern, kind of, you said dreams and on television because about a week ago or something we were talking about the last episode of The Sopranos. Remember that?
Right.
I didn't dream that, right?
Right.
Yesterday in one of the recommendations, what if Tony Soprano was already dead in the last episode? He's already dead, but it was all a dream. I was like, did dead people dream? Wait, how's this is not making any sense. You're saying he was already dead. It was already a dream. Not that to me. Now I'm just gonna I'm gonna punch myself in the face all day. That's all I'm gonna do.
You know, if they had said it was like it was dead, it was like Sixth Sense, like he just didn't know he was dead.
Yeah,
And
but
he
that's not a dream.
was already
right?
dead, and he was waiting for, like Sixth Sense, and he was waiting there for his wife and family to show up. But they were engaging with him, and in Sixth Sense, nobody engaged with the only person engaged with Bruce Willis was that kid.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody else engaged with him.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the video, but just the premise there that what if Tony was already dead?
No, it's stupid.
Yeah, and all the comments, well, this is a really good theory. Why doesn't David Chase just come out and say what his intention was, right? Just spill the beans. I'm on Orby. Are you on
That's to say, I like I said, so a lot of things, like so if a kid today decides that he wants to build a toy or remote control something, he doesn't have to figure out most of that technology. Most of it's out there already. He could just reverse engineer something. A lot of stuff that we had to okay, look at what the Beatles did. The Beatles said, we want to do this. It's like, okay, we can loop it. We have 4 tracks. We got 4 tracks to get this right. We can loop it. We can bump it. Now it's like, I have infinite tracks.
Right. Yeah. Oh, look at me. I'm scratching my bald head to a hole. Yeah, so but it's just interesting. Like the guy's talking about click tracks. Like they didn't use a click track because there's
no. The closest thing to a click track was Ringo, and that was in what was it? A Day in the Life.
Well, when they did that anthology shit, some television special, remember they did for Paul and George and Ringo got together in the 90s or something and did like an anthology special. And Jeff Lynne, who was producing the thing, mentioned a click track, and Ringo said, "I am the fucking click track."
Yes, that was Ringo was the click track. Yeah. Like Day in the Life. He had like that.
Yeah.
That's him. That's.
But
and then he had to do it, and because weren't they also playing music backwards? They played the symphony. That part was played backwards, and he was playing the drums forward. I can't remember, but yeah. So, like I said, stuff back then, people had to figure shit out. Like now, if a kid wants to in 96, 97, when I was doing a radio show from home, I didn't have the software to integrate my computer with my phone. I don't think that software was and for a live radio show.
Yeah.
I had to build and configure shit.
What were you using? Winamp? Because that's what I think I was using in '96 to do a radio show.
No, that's just it. I was maybe. Let me see here. I don't think I was using Winamp.
Kev says he built his first radio and computer back in the day. What day? What I hear back in the day? What was it? Wednesday? What was the day?
Well, there were kits back. I mean, again, there were kits in the 80s where you could build. You could buy a kit and build a radio and build a computer.
That doesn't explain the day. I want to know when back in the day is. The day.
Oh, he means last week.
What was
the day? Was Tuesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I gotta look it up. Tuesday. Not a good day to build a radio. That's what it says.
I had the computer that I had in the 90s. I bought a computer, but it didn't do everything I needed to do. And so I kept modifying it until eventually it was overheating. And so I went out and bought like a huge cabinet for my computer so I could have all the hard drives I needed and put a bigger power supply in there and several fans to keep it cool.
We are, you know how we're big in Latin hymns.
Oh yeah, we're like #1 in Latin hymns.
Right, and what else? I mean, science, that's a given, but there were some other categories we were surprisingly high in. I guess we must be like one of the best golf, because what have we had 2 golf people on? I think at the time.
And also, whenever but that was not on this show. That's on the Reverend show. When people died of stroke, he'd say, "Life is like golf. The fewer strokes, the better."
Right. I hope this message finds you well. I'm reaching out to express my enthusiasm for the possibility of being a guest on your show. I realize you have a big golfing audience. What? He's got a book, Putting by the Numbers. I'll tell him to be on the show. But how did we get? Because we've had 2 golf. Neil Young's brother, who was a golfer,
turned us down.
Yeah, he scheduled and then didn't show up and never rescheduled. He was a no-show, classic no-show. But I just how did we get to be noted for golf? I don't know. We're a golf program now. You know what? Better golf than rap. We're golfing after next month. People are gonna say, "Oh, the hip hop podcast. That's the one, right?" I'm telling us, got a book here. So talk about golf.
Talk about golf. My stepfather died on a golf course and committed suicide. At the 18th hole.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I don't play golf anymore.
Wait a minute.
What?
He got to the 18th, like it was important to finish the 18th.
No, I think he just went there and killed himself at the 18th hole.
Oh, so he didn't play around? He was just like
He may have played around, but when he died, he didn't have his clubs. I mean, he could have died with his clubs and somebody stole them. No, he had his clubs. His clubs were at the house.
How did he do it? I mean,
barbiturates.
So he took a bunch of downers and laid down on the green?
Or yeah.
Wow. That's unusual, right? Or I'm guessing it's unusual. I'm hoping it's unusual.
Well, it's the first time he's done it.
It just, I don't know. That's a weird. I mean, usually you do it at home because you want.
No, he couldn't do it at home. He and my mother had just had a fight, an argument.
1982 is not a day, Kev. That's a year. That's back in the year, not back in the day. Right? I won. How does that feel? I defeated the big heavy Kev with my yearly dig.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yes, my stepfather and my mother had. Okay, I meant to back this up a little bit.
Back it up.
Yeah,
beep,
back it up.
Beep, beep.
My mother threw a birthday party for her mother and my nephew because their birthdays were like the same week. And so the early part of the day was the birthday party for the children, for my nephew. And then the party continued after he went to bed and the adults got to be a little drunk and, Now, my mother and my sister got into a heated argument. And my mother had been drinking heavily. And when my mother drinks heavily, she gets a little violent as well. Well, let's just say she has no filter. If she's thinking funny, she's, whatever she's thinking, it just comes out tenfold. Her and my sister got into an argument, and my mother tried to burn my sister with the light bulb from the movie camera. A lot of you people out there don't have no idea, but back in the day, movie cameras had these bright lamps, and they got hot. They could burn. They would melt your skin if they touched it. Literally, melt your skin. And she tried to burn my sister with it, and my sister grabbed an Inverhouse whiskey bottle and hit my mother in the head. Took a chunk of her head out.
Well, she should have went with Marcus Mark Mind Dog bottle.
We didn't have that. She did. I'm sure she just reached back and grabbed what she had. Inverhouse whiskey. I remember that to this day. and my mother blood just gushed all over the place. She took a chunk of my mother's head out. Matter of fact, to the day my mother died, there was like a little divot in her skull. So my sister did that. And the thing is, my stepfather had stepped between the two of them to try to stop it. He tried to stop my mother from getting to my sister, and my mother reached the light over my stepfather's head, over his shoulder to get to my sister, and my sister reached around my stepfather and hit her. So my mother saw it as my stepfather hit her with the bottle. That's how my mother remembered it. To her dying day, she remembered it that way, even when we corrected her.
Huh.
So my mother is like gushing blood. My stepfather says to my sister, get out the house. My sister, he says, go, I'll take care of this. And he puts my mother in the shower because he's trying to see where the blood is, and he's like, got her in the shower, and my mother's screaming to me, help me. He's trying to drown me. He's trying to drown me. But I'm watching the whole thing. I saw the whole thing. And so my stepfather's trying to save my mother's life as best as he can. And she wasn't having it because she thought he was the one that hit her. And so he says to me, call the hospital. And this was back when you didn't have 911. You actually had a phone number to call.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was like 555-1212 or something, right? Really quick.
Oh, right, but I called the hospital because my mother worked there and I knew the number.
Ah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I called the emergency number, but it wasn't. Yeah, so I called it, and I said I need an ambulance at my house, and they thought it was a practical joke, and they hung up on me. And so I called back and I said I need an ambulance at 4005 Airedale Avenue. And they said, look, kid, stop playing with us. And they hung up. And so I told my stepfather, he goes, when are they coming? I said, they keep hanging up on me. They think I'm a joke. And he says, tell them. And he told me, he says, tell those motherfuckers. And he just gave me a bunch of cuss words. So I got on the phone. I said, look, you motherfuckers. My mother's in the goddamn shower. She's bleeding to death. And I'm like cussing. And he went, okay, we'll send you. And he sent the ambulance. So my stepfather saved my mother's life. And they let her out the hospital. When she got to the hospital a few days later, she comes home. My stepfather comes home from work, and he goes to check on her. And she says to him, get the fuck out my house. I never want to see you again. You can die for all I care. Those are her last words to my stepfather. So my stepfather left, and that's when he killed himself.
Wow. On the golf course.
Yep, on the golf course.
And
then after that, my mother didn't tell us that they wouldn't tell us how he died. The coroner said so that my mother could get the insurance, said it was an accidental suicide.
Damn.
Okay. And so my mother still didn't get the insurance because apparently he had not divorced his first wife. So she got the insurance.
Well, my mother was big of me.
Yeah, it was very big of him. And so my mother never got the insurance. And she couldn't keep my stepbrother because my mother couldn't adopt him because she was not legally married to him.
Wow. What a shame.
Yeah, so I lost my stepfather. I lost my stepbrother. We lost the insurance, and I lost all the musical instruments.
But on the bright side, you learned to say motherfucker.
I got to say motherfucker to some people on the phone, and a few other choice words.
Friday, November 26, 1982. Either Kev looked that up, or he has a very good memory because it turns out.
Oh, that was probably around Thanksgiving. So
November 26, 1982 was a Friday. So I just was checking it. So he very good, accurate, his memory. So that's the day he built both radio and computer. Black Friday is, I don't know if it was known as that in New Zealand because they don't have any black people, right? They would call it like
Aborigine Friday.
Yeah, Kangaroo Friday. Well, no, something. All right, that's the show for you. I keep saying it, don't I? That's my favorite.
Ann says she'll see us on Tuesday. She's not going to be around on Monday. Okay, Ann, take care.
All right, have a wonderful weekend. What are you doing Monday? Come on.
Me, Monday?
No, her. What is she doing?
She doesn't say, she just says she's not going to be around.
So the name MD Selig, right? This is a guess tomorrow. You think there's like how many MD Seligs do you think there are? Because there's one who's see. Damn it,
How's
you
it
people!
spelled? Are they spelling it like capital M, capital D, or is the
Yeah,
E M D A E?
capital M dot capital D dot Selig. But this see, this is the people who use the booking calendar. It says right on the page. I have to have some info. So, because if I Google it, I get several. I get MD Selig, who is a audiobooks narrator. I get MD Selig, writer, director, independent feature film guy. I have an author. I think the one we're talking to tomorrow, a decorated former F-18 pilot on alien disclosure, deep state, and the truth behind the international best-selling novel Hush. I think that's who we're talking to in the second hour tomorrow. In the first hour, we have Julie Rowe, who writes about ADHD, retired medical lab technologist Judy Rowe.
Another ADHD book?
Yeah, and I think she's like a medical technologist, but I think she's also, how do I say it? Psychic? Yeah, psychic medium or something. Yeah, she didn't talk about this in her. She left some information here. Nothing about it says psychic, but I think I looked it up online and saw something about her being a psychic. She's an avid paper crafter and makes her own swag. Swag. What does swag stand for again?
Oh,
Stuff we want to get? No. What? I don't know. Yeah, swag it's an acronym, but I forget what it actually stands for. He was diagnosed with ADHD at 55 years old. The diagnosis explained a lot. What does it explain? Yeah, so those are the people we're going to talk to tomorrow. But this MD Selig, I'm not sure because there's a lot of them, and I'm not sure if they're all the same one or not. Because Google makes it seem like they're all different ones. There's a healthy mind. Can love really conquer war, darkness, and covert truths? With MD Selig, healthy mind, healthy life. Writer director MD Selig. There's who's an independent filmmaker. There's an author. There's lots of MD Seligs. And all I got was, I'm his assistant. If there's anything we can cross promote, let me know. That's all she wrote in this.
I have a question for Heavy K because it says he wrote. I'm probably not going to pronounce it right. Maori Friday. Maori Friday is February 6th.
Maybe not in New Zealand. Maybe they because it's upside down. And first of all, he's got a tough enough time. He's got to be standing upside down his whole life because he's on the bottom of the world. So you cut him some slack because the blood pressure.
What if he's on top of the world and we're the bottoms? It's a ball. We don't know.
Well, we do know.
It's not like there's a sign that says this end up.
All right. I'm just trying to figure this out because I feel like I feel straight up. Don't you feel straight up? I don't feel like I'm upside down. Do you feel like you're upside down?
It's funny how when we look at the universe, we always
I never looked at the universe.
Whenever they showed, it's always from the angle that north is up, we're north, and that's how they show our solar system like that. Not in relation to anything else. Like it could be our solar system could actually be straight up and down, or upside down.
The whole Milky Way could be sideways.
Right. We don't know, but it's from the point of view of Europe. It's like this is how we Europe.
What is Maury Friday? It's like on the next Maury. What is that? I never heard of it. Did you ever hear of it? Before?
I've heard of the word. I just didn't. It doesn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to him for the most part.
My pre-approved check for $5,000 is all right. It's on. I don't know. I feel like I should cash one of these checks somehow.
Knock yourself out. Cash them all.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon, cash them all.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? the wife keeps taking. I think the wife keeps taking my car because she knows I won't drive her car because she doesn't want me finding a check cashing place to see if I could. Because what could happen? What could be the worst that happened? The cops show up and say, "Hey, that was a fraudulent check you just cashed on this place, and we want the money back." Oh well.
Go take it. You got the check. Take the money back.
They're not going to put cuffs on me, right? Well,
no, they wouldn't put cuffs on you.
You know
they
me.
Would send ICE. They said, look, you already won it for being an illegal alien.
You know me, though. You know, if I got that money, the first thing I would do is go get some more Snickers bars, or just actual flour to smoke. I'm going to try one of these 50 milligram Snickers bars.
The whole bar?
No, I'm just taking a piece of it. But they ruin it. That's not what. Yuck.
Really? It doesn't taste like a Snickers bar?
Doesn't Snickers? Because look at the.
It looks like they ripped off the Snickers. Like they want you to think it tastes like Snickers. Yeah. I mean, when you held up the bag the first time, I thought it was like going to be a Snickers thing. So what is it?
No, it says, I don't know.
Incredible Edibles?
Yeah. But you can taste the wheat in it. It's kind of like a Snickers bar, but you can taste the wheat.
Oh.
Do I look weird? Is everything's good? No.
Yeah, you look a little weird. Yeah. I can tell you're high already.
I don't know. But doesn't Snickers want to sue? Because that does look like copyright infringement or trademark infringement.
Well, again, it's iffy. It's iffy. You know, because they got the writing. The writing says Incredible Edibles right there. I mean, the only reason why I think it's Snickers is because of the coloring. Right. And you can't really copyright the color, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not. It says you're not you when you're stoned. When you're not stoned.
Okay, yeah, I can see it like this. This is Hershey's. Now, if I took some of the things out, like change the word, like this word here from Hershey's to hearsays, and I don't know, changed it from nuggets to I don't know. Now I want some chocolate because you're eating chocolate.
It doesn't feel like I'm eating chocolate. It feels like
I'm eating the power of suggestion.
More indigenous people here, more black people down here than you think. More than 60% in my town. Wow. I'm just gonna keep
now. Going. Okay, heavy Kev. I had a friend of mine from New Zealand. His name was Dale. Can't remember his last name right now, but he was up here working. He was up here working for a bit, and he got drunk on his last night here. Really drunk. And he was a big boy. He was like 6'2" or something, really big, and he got drunk, and he could not walk to his car by himself. So it was myself and another guy. We got his arms over our shoulders and we're walking him back to the car. Now he's not driving. His friend, I can't remember Dale's friend, he's driving. But we're walking him back and he's talking to me, goes, you're a really cool black guy. You know, we got black people in New Zealand, but they're not like you.
I have a point of curiosity here.
Yeah.
How did you get a friend in New Zealand? Like, was
he was in the States working? Like,
oh, you met him here?
I met him here. He was working in the States.
Oh, okay, I thought
he came. It's almost like an exchange program. Like we sent somebody down to New Zealand to work. I don't know, but he was up here working with us for like maybe 6 months to a year.
So, with all those indigenous people down there, would New Zealand qualify as a shithole country or no? Because they have, I mean, I'm just trying to, how do we measure the shitholeness of a country?
it's a shithole country if the government itself is black, not the people.
Ah. So they're not in New Zealand. I don't even know, right? What's the government in New Zealand? What is it?
What is what?
The government in New Zealand, is it? I don't even know what it is. Is it a?
We call them white.
Is it a? But is it like a democratic republic, like the United States? What is?
I think it's. That's he. I mean, I'm thinking it's like a parliamentary, like a democratic parliamentary thing. Let's see.
Right. Kev, you should be able to answer this really quick. Come on, jump on it. What is it? So I signed up for a thing about how to like boost your painting business, and now I'm getting contractors wanting me to come and paint rooms and stuff and houses. It's like, oh, I misunderstood. I thought you.
New Zealand is a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy.
Oh, constitutional monarchy. So they have a king, right?
The head of state is King Charles III.
King Charles III. Wow.
Represented by the Governor General, Dame Cindy Kiro, Kiro.
So how's that working out for you, Kev, with a king? I mean, is it like Mel Brooks? It's good to be king, where he gets it. I know, I don't know. King seems old fashioned, so fucking antiquated. The idea of a king, and how did this, like the Windsor family? They were actually German, right? And they took over England. I don't know the whole story here, but I think I remember Carl telling me something that they had German roots. The Windsor family.
Yeah, like French. The French people, the original French people weren't French; they were German.
I met him once. Nice bloke. I didn't know you actually said bloke in New Zealand. I thought that was just like a Britain thing. Anyway,
which bloke did you meet? King Charles III or oh no, that was Dame. Never mind, Dame Kiro.
But the whole idea of like kingdom, like I think I could challenge the king. Like King Charles, I could definitely kick his ass, right? So, I mean, how do you?
Of course you can. He's got cancer,
and he's like 100 years old, right?
Well, I think his cancer's in remission right now.
No, he wouldn't be 100 years old because his mother just died like in the last 10 years, and she wasn't 130 or what, 120. But he's up there. He's older than me, right?
Oh yeah.
He's probably, how old is King Charles?
I would say 82. That's my guess.
How old is King Charles, England?
I'm going to guess 82.
King Charles, 73. Really?
Wow.
All right, Siri, you can buzz off now. She knows what that means. 73. Well, yeah, he looks old for 73, right? I mean,
it's the cancer, and Camilla.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I can't kick his ass. Maybe those Brits, they could be deceptively tough. Like you see some of these British boxers, and you're like, this guy's gonna be a light, and then all of a sudden he's hanging in there. Like, hey, wow, they're deceptive. These, I don't know. Or I'm just trying to do 10 things at once here. I guess I should just call it a day and just go paint myself up a Grinch. A Grinch who stole Nappin. The Grinch who stole Napmas. Something. Painting. I'm just, I don't make any sense at all. I know.
Well, I would really like it if my tractor mower started. It's not kicking over. It's not kicking over at all. So I'm wondering if I need to put, now it's not priming. It almost sounds like the little pump where you prime the fuel. It sounds like that there's like a hole in it because it's going, whoosh, whoosh. I shouldn't hear that. It should be pushing gas, not air. So I don't know. I may have to take the top off and put gas directly into like where the carburetor is.
Here's just a weird observation. Between Monday of this week and Friday of this week, the temperature difference is 45 degrees. So
Yeah.
if you took that like in summer, you know, let's say Monday was 80, Friday would be 125. That's like you can't have that 45-degree swing in summer, but you could have it in like winter, and it's
Well,
not
you
even
could in summer if it's a cool night. Let's say it's 45 that night, and then you could have it
90 the next day. Yeah, all right. That seems like a weird, but even if you went all right from 60 to 105, I mean, gee, it's crazy. It's crazy. This 45-degree swing within a week. I think it's even unusual for winter, but I can't imagine it in summer. Have you ever been in Vegas in the middle of summer, like
yeah.
120 degrees? I was there for a week in July once, and it averaged 120 degrees every day. It got up to like 123 one day. It was down to 118 or something. But man, and that's a dry heat. But it didn't get down to below. I mean, even at nighttime, like got down to 85, like as a low. So it wasn't. But yeah, brutal. We have a good part of our parliament reserved for indigenous people, so keeps the revolution at bay. Throw them a bone, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'll tell the guy you'll be up here today to pick up that snowblower, right?
I'm gonna try to fix the one I've got, and if I can't fix it, I'm gonna give myself about an hour to fix it. If I can't fix it within the hour,
you got? What's the temp you got? What temp?
Oh, it's 20. It's 28 degrees right now.
28. Oh wow.
But that's warm compared to where it was yesterday. Yesterday it was like 14.
14. Where the hell do you live? Yukon?
Maryland. And it's been 14, and like the high was like 19 degrees. My gloves were totally useless.
Minus 12 from average daily high. So today is 12 degrees lower than average. It's 30 here.
Now it's supposed to be 40 something on Thursday, I think.
All right. Well, tomorrow we'll be talking to somebody named MD Selig. He could be a filmmaker. He could be an author. Could be both. Or he could be an audiobook narrator. Maybe that too. Could be an F-18 pilot. Maybe. And we'll be talking to Julie Rowe about ADHD and how that made her a psychic. That's what we're doing tomorrow.
Well, today the high is supposed to be 37.
That's fucking summertime, baby.
And then tomorrow the high is going to be 50.
You're talking like let's go out in a bathing suit and get a suntan.
Yeah, but I got to get out there and shovel that snow so my wife can get out of the.
Yeah, before it's just gonna melt tomorrow, right? Why?
But she got to get out of here in the morning to go to work.
All right. Yeah. Now, Kev, how do you do this? It's 86 degrees down there, 100% humidity. How do you do Christmas in the middle of summer, like in the beginning of summer? It's like the start of summer down there. Christmas, like 90 degrees and 100% humidity. Merry Christmas. I'm sweating my fucking balls off over here. It's just got to be weird, right? This Christmas in summer. See, that's how you know we're the ones on the top and they're on the bottom because they're doing everything ass backwards.
Christmas is a made-up holiday, so you could have done it any time of year. It's a made-up holiday.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's not a real fucking holiday. It was made up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not like Valentine's Day, right?
It is exactly like Valentine's Day. It's a fucking made-up holiday.
It's not like Columbus Day, right?
It's exactly like Columbus Day. It's a made-up holiday. Except for there really was a Columbus, but Jesus was not born on Christmas.
What about Labor Day?
Jesus never went into labor.
Well, when was Jesus born?
Best guess is March.
Best guess?
Yeah. It's based on things that they say happened around the time he was born, like they're talking about like the star of Bethlehem really wasn't a star, it was the alignment of these planets. And also there would have been there's a certain amount of time when those stars would have been in alignment those planets was in alignment to make it look like a star. By the time the Magi would have arrived, Jesus would have been walking, or at least been. It wouldn't have
You
been.
know, I want to have this Matt Delahanty. You know who Matt Delahanty is, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's Sherry Belafonte's father,
No, Delahanty.
uncle. Oh,
Not
Sherry,
not
that's
Belafonte, Delahanty.
cousin.
He's an atheist guy, but he's one of these atheist guys that wants everybody else to be. He's like a Jehovah atheist. He's knocking on your door saying, "Do you want to not believe? Do you want to get unsaved? Would you like to not believe in anything?"
Have you heard the bad word?
Yeah, I have heard lots of bad words. I used to be a emergency operator in Baltimore, and I've heard lots of bad words. Little kids used to call me up all the time to call me a motherfucker. But I want to have a conversation because I appreciate atheism and agnosticism and all this stuff. But why do you want to just? Why are you so hell bent, or nothing bent, if you want to say, on just like taking that away from people who find
that's their religion? That is their religion.
Religion
Atheism is their religion,
right? So
and they want to convert just like every other religion is trying to convert.
Right.
Build up their numbers so they're not alone.
Right. So asking him, obviously he doesn't believe in God, but he doesn't even leave the possibility. See, that's I think where me and him are like. My faith.
So you're more of an agnostic than an atheist.
I'm far more. Yeah, I'm not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. But I always leave the possibility. There's a possibility they're all right about not. See, here's the problem. They're not all right because nobody agrees and nobody has like they can't agree on all these religions. Nobody agrees on the same story about what God is and what it isn't. So obviously nobody's right or everybody's wrong.
Or they're all a little bit right.
But nobody.
It's like the parable with the five Chinese men, the five blind men touching an elephant. Each one's touching a different part of the elephant, and they're describing what they're sensing with their hands.
Yeah. So there is. You got to leave up the possibility, but I think Matt Delahanty is definitely dead set. No, like it's impossible that there is a creator, and like, how do you know that? You can't know that. It's just as much as you can't know that there is, you can't know that there isn't. Right. So I would love to engage him on this program. I don't know if you're too big for this girl. You only got 19,000 subscribers. Why should I talk to you? I have 2 million. Every time I go to the USA, I freak out because the sky is different. I feel upside down.
And when you say the sky is different, you're talking about the stars?
It's like that. He says every time I go to the USA, how many times I've been to New Zealand?
0.
I think less than 0. Let me call up Matt Delahanty. Let's see. Have I ever? New Zealand. I wouldn't even know how to get there.
I think
Qantas.
Uber.
Qantas.
You can get there Uber.
An Uber?
Yeah. Better yet, a wave taxi.
Uber Airlines. That would be a good thing to come up with, right? Like, sure, you need
you have your own plane and you just fly people.
Yeah. It's your Uber pilot. I'm out in the driveway.
There's a flying car that it's
Here's George Jetson.
Well, it's not quite like that. It's like a winged car. The wings fold up. The car is light enough that it serves as that part of the airplane where you sit. And it's light enough that once the wings come out and you put the tail on, it takes off and flies. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's called an airplane car.
Flying car is what it's called.
Yeah, but I designed a flying car when I was in high school and it didn't have wings.
Whew. Why am I seeing the Dan Fogelberg tribute today? Is his birthday or something? Dan Fogelberg. You remember? Longer than, I don't know. Whoa. These are all AI videos, right? The bear being chased away by a cat. This is all like a big black bear getting chased by a little cat.
Okay, it's called the Switchblade.
What's called the Switchblade?
The car that
the flying car.
Yeah, it's a flying car that transfers from a road vehicle to an aircraft in under 3 minutes, featuring foldable wings and a retractable tail. The Switchblade, developed by Samson Sky, is a three-wheeled flying car that can be driven on roads and flown in the air. It is designed to be street legal and can be parked in a standard garage. The vehicle can take off and land at local airports, making it a practical solution for reducing travel time significantly. It can reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour in the air, 125 miles an hour on the ground, with a maximum altitude of 16,000 feet.
Do you have to have a pilot's license for it?
I'm assuming you have to have some kind of license.
Yeah, this is my concern. It's like we can't just, because back in the day, look at me. It was Friday, November 26, 1982, the day. There was a big ultralight movement on Long Island. Like everybody was getting these ultralights, and I was like, that's not good. We can't just let people just have planes and no licensing. Then just get your own, park it in your garage, and take it out for a spin. And when you crash on me, like, do you have insurance? I mean, what? Who's paying for my medical when you chop my head off with your propeller? So I would think you have to license those things, right? You got to get a pilot.
Okay, I'm looking on the frequently asked questions. Now, the first question you asked was about having a license.
Right.
The first question they have is, how much does a Switchblade cost?
How much?
About $200,000. I thought that said used. That's USD. $200,000 US dollars.
Oh.
There's two versions. There's the Switchblade VFR kit, estimated $200,000, visual flight rules. Then this Switchblade IFR instrument flight rules at $235,000.
And what about like the FAA? They don't get involved. Like, you don't have to have I don't know, because even with drones, you have to kind of register them with the FAA. You're not supposed to fly them up because you could get in the way of like legitimate aircraft or something like that. It just the regulations. We can't just be unregulated. Oh, everybody fly wherever the fuck you want. Can you? Can you?
Now, I thought there was an altitude that you could fly, altitude you could fly between without a license. I thought, because they have like small personal helicopters, small personal airplanes, or they're not called airplanes. There's some kind of motorized gliders or something.
Yeah. I want to give Big T some airtime.
Says, if I am not a pilot, can I still buy a Switchblade? Yes, you may purchase a Switchblade and can drive it anywhere you like. You may also use it for your flight training vehicle, saving considerable amount of money while doing so. Learning to fly is part of the lifestyle of a Switchblade owner, so you have to learn to fly.
You don't need a license. Learning to fly doesn't. It's like
okay. What license will be required? Driving on the ground will require a motorcycle driver's license, a driver's license, or a driver's license with a motorcycle edition. Okay, so I'd have to have a motorcycle driver's license.
Wow.
To fly the Switchblade, you will need a private pilot certificate, and that costs between $7,000 and $8,500. Now, of course, if you're using your car, it's going to be because if you have to lease a plane, then the cost is going to be $11,000 to $13,000. So buying a $200,000 plane will save you about $4,000 in learning to fly.
Seems like you're better off getting one of those than like a Tesla Cybertruck, which is like the same price range, right?
Or the Mercedes G-Wagon, which I think is $195,000.
Kev says I'm high that now. I'm not high now. Do I need an no, there's no I don't know if there's no FAA in New Zealand. That's an American thing, right? I mean, it's all every country has their own regulating body. I doubt New Zealand's called the FAA. That's
now. Did you now? I guess you know about the not New Zealand, the Venezuela, the plane, the JetBlue passenger plane that took off from Curacao and almost hit a U.S. military plane.
Did
Because
the Rev talk about the 3 boats in the Pacific that the Hegseth bombed yesterday?
No, he didn't, because when he was doing the headline news, he was looking for the headlines. That wasn't listed any of the headlines.
Wow,
It was not listed.
3 of them in one day.
Yeah, was not listed.
I think maybe that's a failure, because I think they were trying to distract from the Trump Rob Reiner tweet that had everybody all, oh, we got to do so let's just kill a bunch of I don't know, Peruvians, right? That's what they're killing in the Pacific, not Venezuelans, Peruvians. Now that makes sense, because that's cocaine. I want to give Big T some airtime. Let's give Big T some airtime. Ready?
Sure.
You don't even know who Big T is, and you don't even care.
No.
232 Madison, built in 1925, with the same characters on the Woolworth building. Who's that, the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Notre Dame? Potato, data. Damn right. On a busy day in New York City. Come on, man. You know they're lying already. 1925. Oh, it's not even that big. Then explain this nonsense, you know? Damn right. Neo-Gothic style. I love when you guys tell me that in the comments, because it sounds like you're, oh, I paid for my education. Let me tell this public school buffoon about Neo-Gothic style. And let me tell you about the government and how they lie to us. Damn right. Sorry, buddy. Yo, make that make sense, Neo-Gothic. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's Big T. He used to have the THC show.
Now, why did you show me that? Because I really wish I had those 2 minutes back from my life.
It wasn't quite 2 minutes, but I showed you that because
it wasn't 2 minutes? It felt a lot fucking longer than whatever it is you think it is. It felt longer.
I'll look it up, but I think we were only like a minute in to that. But it was,
it felt a lot longer to me.
Big T, who used to have the THC show, he was on the morning program when I first started Coffee with the Dog, and I asked him about edibles, and I said, I never got high from him. He said, you're going to get a care package. And he sent me like a bunch of really good weed and some edibles and stuff, and that was the first time I got high on edibles. And I was like, wow, they really do work. So I guess I've been just getting some bad stuff. But
so basically, it's not that you were a fan of him. He just gave you drugs, and now you're a fan of his.
Absolutely. He nailed me on that. But
otherwise, I don't see any redeeming qualities for what you just showed me.
Well, he's been doing these make it make sense videos. We're just going around and noticing the statues and the carvings are all like the lions. Big thing with the lions. Why are there lions on all these business and museums and everything? Like, what's with the lion fascination and all these carvings? And his thing is make it make sense. It's not going to make sense. People like lions. I don't know. But one guy accused him of being a grifter. And it's first of all, there's nothing wrong with making money because he's doing like a historical thing about like the buildings when they were built and who was behind them and all that stuff. He's whether you think so or not, or whether I think so or not. It's a value proposition. He's given some people some historical education about the landmarks and all this kind of stuff, and somebody's accusing him of grifting. He's never asked for money, but if he is making money off of that, like if somebody's putting advertising on his reels or something, what's wrong with that? It's actually going out and doing something for it. That's not grifting to me. Is that grifting to you? Grifting to me is what Donald Trump does. It's like, I became president. Now I'm going to use my office to sell you a phone that doesn't exist. That's grifting, right? Or
yeah.
See, do you think what he's doing would, in any way?
I don't think what he's doing is grifting. I just didn't see the point.
It's boring. Yeah, you think
it's boring, and it was pointless, and it's not like I learned anything. He's like asking questions than like I didn't learn anything. I could watch. I could ask questions.
All right, ask the question.
Why the fuck did we watch that? Why did it feel like 4 minutes to me, and it only seemed like 40 seconds
Because
to
you were
you.
bored by it. That's why. But listen, you're free to have that opinion. And listen, that particular segment, I just came up in my feed. I wanted to give him some airtime just to kind of rub it in that guy's face who's calling him a grifter. He's not a grifter. He's trying to do something.
I'm sure that the guy who called him a grifter is not watching the show, and if he is watching our show, he's calling us grifters. But he's not. He doesn't think we're stealing money. He thinks we're stealing time.
My friends and family are trying to ban me.
We're
from
stealing
editing.
souls.
Then I have them laugh a lot and ring people late at night and ramble on. So it's kind of like alcoholism, because that's the calling late at night and then just rambling on. That's like a drunk thing, right? At least it was in my family. Whenever you got a call from somebody late at night, they were drunk.
In my family, either somebody died, or drunk.
I think so. Well, my family, if somebody died, that could wait till morning. But I'm drunk and I want to say I love you. That's a must now, type of thing. I just go and say I love you, man. Anyway,
no, in my family, if somebody dies, everybody wants to be the first one to tell you. They want to be. You heard it from me first.
Yeah, I guess is that. All right,
it's competitive. In my family, it's if CNN was run like my family, if my family ran CNN, when somebody got the news story, we'd be rushing to the cameras and to the microphones to be the first one to tell people what happened, and it'd be like this clamoring. It's not like taking your turn. Like on CNN, it's like, okay, we have an anchor at 5. They'll tell you about the story. We have an anchor at 6 who's waited an hour to tell you the same story. And we have an anchor at 7 who's waited 2 hours to tell you the same story. At my house, we'd all be like fighting for, my family, we'd all be fighting for the microphone, all trying to tell the story at one time. And try to include ourselves in the story.
So, this is it. We got to get out of here. Because I know I've said this is the show for you many times already. But what does the ADHD actually stand for? Attention deficit. What does the H stand for?
Hyperactive. Is it hyperactive?
Hyper. And the last D.
Disorder.
Disorder. Okay. So attention. So that's what you had watching that clip. Your attention was deficient watching that clip. And then you H'd it out of it.
No,
maybe you just had AD without the HD. You had attention deficit, and that's all you had.
No, what I had was fucking boredom.
That's what isn't that the same as attention deficit?
No,
that's what.
No.
It sounds like it. Attention. I don't have enough of it. That makes me bored.
No,
it's only the HD that makes it like a mental condition, the disorder. Just the last D.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Hyperactivity. But the only part that makes it a problem is the last D, the disorder part. Because before that, it's all good.
Yeah.
Hyperactivity. My activity is hyper.
Yeah. A lot of really great inventions were made by people who are hyperactive.
Yeah. There you go. So none of it's a problem until you get to that last D. Just avoid the last D. Leave off the SD for saving.
It's only a disorder when it involves other people. If you're home by yourself, nobody gives a fuck.
Huh. Home Alone, which is a great Christmas movie, by the way.
One of the best of all time.
One of the best ones I've never seen. Well, no, I did kind of see it halfway, but
I've seen parts of it.
Yeah. All right. If I only had a deficit to disorder my thing, something about radios and attention. To pay attention to your.
Today's Tuesday. We have new episodes dropped from What Makes Us Laugh from Alan Katz and myself. Everywhere that you get your podcast, check it out.
I don't get my podcast. I don't get my podcast anywhere. But I did tune in a little bit. I don't know if it was a teaser or something for Done Way Past Funny, and you had to put your hand up and like.
Right. This thing. It was a teaser for Done Way Past Funny. There's some stories that people have heard many times on Done Way Past Funny. I'm sure when it comes up. I mean, over the 100+ episodes I've done, there's going to be like stories that are repeated. And so what I do is, if people are watching it, I will tell them, okay, you've heard this. If you've heard the story before, after I tell the story, I'm going to wave my hand. So, you can fast forward up till you see this, and then you don't have to listen to the story. And that's what I do.
I didn't recall that. I think,
That's because it was a teaser, and I skipped all that. I skipped the story. Because I was just trying to put the thing to promote. Actually, I'm not even promoting that show. I'm promoting her show.
Who was the woman?
Her name is Sheriff Nicole Kay, out of Florida, South Florida.
She's a comedian?
Yes. And she's in a show December 27th called Sour Tomatoes. And I'm trying to get the guy who produces that show on this show. His name is Jordan Cole. And what Sour Tomatoes is included, it's a show where you're allowed to throw tomatoes at the comedians. Not during the first minute. Their first minute, you're polite, but after that, if they deserve the tomatoes, you get to throw tomatoes.
That's not right, and it's not. I don't care about the comedians. I care about the people who have to clean up the club or the theater.
It's outdoor, outside. That was the first thing I said. I said, "Who cleans it up?" That was during the actual interview. I said, "Who cleans it up?" Because I work with the Reverend on his show, and I'm the one who cleans up after the Reverend messes up the stage.
Yeah. It's like Gallagher's janitor.
Yeah. But what they do is, this show is outside and the stage is outside. So what they do is they get a squeegee and they just squeegee it all off the stage, and iguanas eat the tomatoes, the broken tomatoes.
All right. Enjoy the new Robert Plant. I didn't even know Robert Plant had a new album.
Yeah, he has a new album out.
Have you ever been pelted with tomatoes? I have. It's brutal. But I was a kid at the time. But I mean, you think, how hard could a tomato? If somebody's got a good fastball and they're throwing a full-size tomato at you,
yeah, that's one of the rules. You can't throw it like you're pitching a ball.
Oof.
You can lob it and toss it, but you can't like wind up. There's no wind up and
Yeah,
so you can just lob them. You have to lob them.
They could be very painful. I mean, I remember being traumatized. 4 guys, it was like Halloween, and instead of throwing eggs, they were throwing tomatoes. Like, I'd rather get hit with the eggshells, to be honest with you. It was hard. It would beat the fuck out of me.
I had somebody throw an egg at me, and it was during the winter, and there was snow on the ground. So when they threw it, I thought the egg was a snowball. So I just turned my back and let it hit my book bag. I was in high school. And it turns out it was an egg. Oh man, it got in my book bag. It got, I had cleaned the egg. I never got all the egg yolk out of my book backpack. I had the egg stains.
Do kids still do that, the egging? They don't.
I don't know where to get the eggs from now, because for a while there was a shortage and they would cost too much money.
Yeah, and they were way too expensive to. So
you couldn't waste eggs.
The bright side to everything, isn't there? You could keep the kids from hitting you with eggs because they're just too expensive.
If somebody was throwing eggs at you, they probably stole the eggs, or if they got them from home, their mother's going to kick their ass. It's like, where are the eggs?
We used to go to the dairy and buy them wholesale at Halloween time. Like, we would buy like crates of them, right directly from the dairy.
They knew who the egg throwers were.
Yeah. All right, this is at the end of this nonsense. I'm sorry about this, folks. Yeah, it is what it is, But we will have guests every day from now until eternity. Unfortunately, we're going to go through about 3 months of fucking rappers. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow we got like author, filmmakers, and ADHD people. And then,
you said Elizabeth Croydon is coming back on Friday?
Yeah, apparently she took the 9 o'clock spot on Friday. She didn't tell me she was taking it, but apparently she put a name on the calendar. So
I'm curious as to how the show went on the 12th.
She's probably gonna. I think the show went well. I've seen all the reviews of it, and apparently it went very well. But I did say, with her coming on to do the standby thing, I would just mention jokingly she should try to get Rob Reiner, the director, on. Never thinking that, because I've been wanting
to kill him if he said no.
Right. So I'm one of these guys who, oh, look, I mentioned Rob Reiner the day before he died. So that means that there's meaning to my life, right? No. These people, oh, I met him once. I got a picture of him with him. I would just wait until he died to show the world that I'm somebody. I don't know. Am I the only one that rubs the wrong way? Look, the guy who just died. Here's me.
Wasn't there a song that says "You're nobody till somebody you know dies"?
Yeah, I guess
somebody famous dies that you.
Yeah, unfortunately, like now I'm looking through all the pictures. I got like, when is this person gonna die? I gotta get ready.
Last night, my wife and I watched, and this is the second time I've seen Motown Hitsville, that documentary. Actually, just the second hour, the second half of Wednesday. We didn't watch the first hour, and I'm like, and I watched the first one. I watched it the first time, and I'm watching it the second time. I'm like, why don't I remember any of this stuff? My wife and I were watching it, and one of the things I was talking about was when Diana Ross and Berry Gordy started dating. How it was over a song. They started dating basically over a song.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a song that she did. The first show, they were on the road. The first show she did the song, You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. Yeah. And it was like a soft ballad part, really soft. She sang it like a ballad, and she didn't like it. The audience wasn't into it, but Berry Gordy loved it. And so when she was done, she says, I'm not doing this song in the second show. And he goes, well, you're going to do the song for me. I love it. She goes, look, I didn't like it. The audience didn't like it. He goes, but I liked it. And so he goes, so you can decide, are you going to try to please those 700 people out there, or are you going to try to please me? And so when the second show started, when it came time for that song, it starts off like she's doing like the chorus, and it's really slow. She didn't start from the beginning of the song. She started like from the middle of the song, and it's just the slow refrain. And then they picked up like double time, and she's like, really they really supremed it up. And first of all, I'm thinking to myself, they rearranged that song without him knowing it. They rearranged that song between the first show and the second show. And they had it down. The Supremes had all the vocals down.
It's the same song that I know that Dean Martin did. You're nobody until somebody loves you.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so he was like blown away by what they did. And so when the song was over, she says, I did that for you. And he says the way she said it, he could tell that she was saying, I did that because I love you. And that's when they started dating. Well, I'm not saying I love you. I'm just saying she was saying that.
No, I know you. But no, Diana Ross, I don't know. Something, some people find her attractive. I do.
I don't.
No.
My wife said she was, we were talking about that. I said, when we were kids, when we were young boys, I said, none of us, when we were like, who's your girlfriend? That's your girlfriend? It's like, none of us picked Diana Ross.
Yeah,
it was one of the other two Supremes, easily.
Yeah,
not Diana Ross.
Flo, she don't know that boyfriend of hers is a Romeo. So anyway, no, that was back when I used to listen to the radio. And don't forget to turn on yours radio. That is. Bye for now.
to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me.